frame. Hayden Fowler on a beautiful end-to-end rush. Just like that. It's a 2-goal game. Fowler flying left wing side. Got a step on the D. Fowler to the backhand. And he scores. Oh, bird up. Hayden Fowler flying into the offensive zone. Gets around Grayson Ladd. And we got a 2-goal game from Windsor. You can hear Tim Wilson, his first shot at seeing this new Erie Otters group live and in action. The Otters American scout impressed with the moves from Hayden Fowler and the Otters. Wow, it's a 2-goal game here late in the Otters, pressing, taking chances, but they will get caught on those chances. An odd man rush as Luke Kukevicius would put the Spitfires back ahead by 3, all but sealing the hockey game. Sky back to the Otters zone once more. Beam is chasing after it, but look out, a backhand. Getting in front was Kukevicius. And he reestablishes the lead of 6-3. They would add another to make it 7-3 as the Otters, you kept pressing. And sometimes you fight the fire, you end up getting burned. It happened to Erie, but valiant effort. The score was not indicative of what the hockey game ended to be. 7-3 the final as the Otters fall to the Windsor Spitfires. But Erie, their best month of hockey, going 7-4-1-0 in the month of February. And now with 8 games left on the schedule, the Otters push for the postseason. It starts now. Erie's got to dig in and win some hockey games and probably win all 8. They want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They trail 2 teams by 11 points, the Windsor Spitfires and the Guelph Storm. They will see each of those teams once in these final 8 games, with 6 of them being on home ice. But it all starts tonight as the Otters take on Midwest Division rival, the Owen Sound Attack. Hello again, everyone. I'm Aaron Cooney, getting set here for this evening's action. Otters and Attack, the final time around. We'll get you set for it. Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show continues. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit ChooseLivingProof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Lissa was diagnosed with breast cancer at Allegheny Health Network when she was only 27.
One of my nurses dropped me off at my door, sent me a text and said, "You don't need to come outside. There's food for you and your husband outside." And it was like, who does that? Like, that is beyond the level of care that is even required. Anytime I would have like a moment of panic or something wasn't going right, I'd call and they would call me back right away. If they didn't answer right away, it was always my nurse that I would talk to, and she would get an answer for me immediately.
Since 2016, Lissa is cancer-free. Caring for all of her life is Living Proof. Erie's top-rated hospital for women's health is St. Vincent of Allegheny Health Network. Visit ahn.org/allofherlife to learn more or schedule an appointment. Claim based on Quantros 2017 CareCheck's National Quality Rating Database.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Winding down the 2017-2018 campaign, the Erie Otters in the playoff hunt. They've got to win, probably. If you're looking at it realistically, you got to win every game here rounding out the year. 8 straight is what Erie will need to give themselves the opportunity to squeak in at possibly the 7 or 8 seed. Hello again, everyone. I'm Aaron Coot. It's the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Getting set for this evening's action, Otters and Owen Sound Attack. Final time around, as the Otters are looking to hold home ice just like Owen Sound has done on this season's series. Erie won the first 2 games in this building. against the Owen Sound attack, and that was when Owen Sound was in the CHL top 10. Remember, this is an Owen Sound team that was supposed to run right through the Western Conference and be right in the mix of things and probably challenge the Sioux Greyhounds, who had the tremendous start that they had, and that continued on, obviously, to what they have right now in their group. But the Otters winning the 2 games here back on the weekend in October, 6-4 and then 4-3 over a CHL top 10 Owen Sound attack team. And now trying to do the same thing. When Erie is away from the Erie Insurance Arena, taking on this group, they've been outscored 17-4 at the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Center, and looking to shore those things up here tonight in this final meeting as the Otters attack at it here today. As we look at our Marsh & Marsh Real Estate Services lineup, as the Otters going right back to Dan Murphy. They'll put him back in the cage, looking to shake off Sunday afternoon against the Windsor Spitfires. The Otters fell 7-3. Murphy 5-13, 1-0, 1 shutout, a 3.50 goals against average, and an .888 save percentage for the 18-year-old out of Guelph, Ontario. Scratches for the Erie Otters include, and this is going to be consistent, it seems like, for the next, well, probably for the remainder of the season. With Ryan Martin out, he's out for this year with that lower body injury. Injured against the Sioux Greyhounds here on home ice. And also out tonight for the Otters will be Christian Gurney. He got hurt a few weeks ago in Guelph on that Monday afternoon tilt. So he's been out now for the last 4 games, and he's going to miss some more action, it seems like, here going forward. I think it's a lot more severe than they initially imagined. So that's the Erie Otters UPMC injury report as well. Ryan Martin out. He's on the shelf with a lower body injury. Christian Gurney as well out. Lower body injury. Dan Murphy the start. Back into the lineup will be Aiden Timmermans. That gives the Otters a 6th defenseman here tonight. They had to play 5D on Sunday, but Timmermans got sick and out with the flu over the weekend. Owen Sound, they're going to go with Olivier Lafreniere. 15-14, 0-2, 3.56 goals against average, and an .878 save percentage for the 19-year-old from Bradford, Ontario, coming over from the Ottawa 67s in a late deal before the trade deadline to try to shore up, at least give you solidify the goaltending a little bit, as Matt Guzda became the guy when Zach Bowman left the team. Scratches for the attack. Number 2, Jacob Friend. Number 5, Sean Dersey. Number 7, Zachary Roberts. And number 28, Jackson Doherty. As the Erie Otters will see Kane Robinson back here on the ice at the Erie Insurance Arena. It's his return and his homecoming since being swapped for Luke Beamish. Max Golod, well, he's been rambling with Patrick Fellows and Alex Gritz. We're going to talk with Max Golod next as the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show rolls along. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Children who have experienced the death of someone close need help and support. You can find that support at the Highmark Caring Place, a center for grieving children, adolescents, and their families. The Highmark Caring Place is a safe place where grieving children and families can come together and be with others who understand what they're going through. As an essential community resource, the Caring Place offers services at no charge to grieving families from throughout the community. The Highmark Caring Place, helping grieving children and families right here in Erie since 2001. Find out more at highmarkcaringplace.com.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters rookie forward Maxim Golod. Max, I've been watching the line, with Alex Gritz and Patrick Fellows, and you guys, it may not be coming up on the score sheet, but even on Sunday against the Windsor Spitfires, you guys continue to attack and to press and create chances. Since you guys have been put together for the last couple of weeks, what has it been about playing with those two guys that's kind of made it easy to get out there and work and produce in the offensive zone?
I don't know. We just all work hard and establish the cycle down low, and we just all move our feet and try to create plays with one another. Me and Gracie have been playing with each other since the beginning of the year, with Robbie, who we're playing against tonight, and that was working in the beginning of the year. So Patty's a good compliment to our line, and he's been finishing, he's been scoring recently, so that's good.
You seem to be more the finesse kind of player and playmaker out there. Having those two guys, do they create a little more space for you to go out and do your thing?
Yeah, for sure. They're both hard on the forecheck, and I just try to follow in, pick up the puck, and do my thing. And it helps out when you're playing with guys like that who could create space for you and also put the puck in the net.
You guys and the team has had their best month of hockey. If you're going by record-wise, 7-4-1 in the month of February. What is it that really started to gel together after what seemed like kind of a tough transition period in January, and now things seem to be clicking pretty well for the whole group? Well,
I guess we found our group that we're going to have, the core of our group that we're going to have for the next few years, and we have confidence in that group, and we're a talented young group that I guess could be a very elite group in a few years. So I think we found confidence in our game, and found we've been sticking to the plan and sticking to what Coach Hartsburg has to tell us, and it's been working.
For Maxim Golod, when you look at yourself back at training camp to this point now with 8 games left in the season, what have you looked at yourself and say, man, this has really improved for me and I feel really confident about this part of my game?
Honestly, every aspect of my game. Coming from midget, it's a huge difference. It's a huge step up. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point ever in hockey, but I think every aspect of my game has grown tremendously. But I think just my ability to make plays at a higher level and keep up with the speed, for sure.
So as the team has been rolling here, it doesn't get any easier. You got 3-4 this week, a 3-4 next week, and you finish up with 2 games on home ice. How important is it to have for a team that's right there? I mean, needs a little help, but 11 points out of a playoff spot, but to have a 6 of your last 8 games on home ice.
Yeah, for sure. We've been better at home all year, and we've been better on the road as of late, but definitely we feel more comfortable playing at home. We have the best fans in the OHL, so that definitely helps, and I think that nothing's impossible, so if we just go out there every night and compete, you never know what's going to happen.
All right, thanks, Maxim. Have fun here today against the Owen Samtec.
Thank you.
That's Maxim Golod, forward for the Erie Otters. Face-off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello, I'm Greg Luke, President and CEO of Family Services of NWPA. This month we are celebrating families. During the game, we'll be highlighting stories from families involved with our adoption department. Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child today. Learn more at fsnwpa.org.
The 2017 Ontario Hockey League champion Erie Otters are back. You can catch all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters are back on home ice Thursday, March 1st at 7 p.m. to host division rival Owen Sound Attack. Tickets are available at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857. And be sure to take advantage of the Erie News Now Super Savers sections with $12 tickets for all ages.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like the Break the Bank family of games with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters hosting the Owen Sound Attack. Hello again, everyone, and welcome here to Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm Aaron Cooey, set for another Thursday night action, the final meeting between the Erie Otters and the Owen Sound Attack on this season. Midwest Division rivals, and it has been a tale of two cities, if you will. The Otters have held home ice in this series. Owen Sound did their part, winning their 3 games at the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Center. The final meeting here, Erie, looking to do the same thing. The last time Owen Sound was on this ice, they're a CHL top 10 team looking to work their way back up the ranks. They have roared their way back into a playoff position and into a home ice position as well, sitting 4th in the Western Conference right now and have to keep pace with the London Knights. They're just a point behind them. The Otters looking to get into the postseason, continue a streak of a 5th straight year of postseason play. As the Otters in the left wing side, long-range wrister from Maximovich is wide. Shot from the front of the net. Look out, bouncing around. It was blocked in front by Bork. In front of his own netminder. Here he gets it right back out. Wrist shot Henry towards the goal. He hit Stefan Patry with it. Gathered in, works behind his net. Near side for Ivan Lodnia. Back to Patry, near side corner. Twists, he subs to the wall. Give off to Lodnia. Couldn't get it out in front for Maximovich. Back behind the goal, Erie goes. Working near side. Here comes Maximovich to Hedrick. To the point left side. Henry skipped one towards the net. That bounces off a stick into the air and out of play in the near side corner for a first whistle. 63 seconds in to this evening's contest. Olivier Lafreniere in the net. The Owen Sound Attack brought in from the Ottawa 67s to help shore up the goaltending. Although Matt Guzda has had a pretty good history against the Erie Otters when he does start. Not in there today, but should they need him, you got a good option there with a 17-year-old. But Lafreniere, 6'1", 195 pounds from Bradford, Ontario, 15-14, 0-2 this year. A 3.56 goals against average and an .878 save percentage. As Owen Sound brings it on ahead to the Erie zone, taken away right between the Otters' dots, and out ahead comes Chad Yetman, right wing side. Flip and chase, hit by Phillips, the puck on down to the near corner. And run by Cole Cameron as well. Puck loose, Phillips holds there. Skip for his partner, Cameron. And then out ahead towards center ice, just missed the tape of Sushko. Erie controls, working left side. Floated on in near corner, that's Jack Duff chasing Yetman. Erie gets back Aiden Timmermans tonight. They'll have a full lineup with a 6th defenseman. They played down a man and just 5D Sunday in Windsor, but Timmermans healthy and back in the lineup after being ill and unable to go Sunday afternoon. Erie out towards center, but it's taken away right at the Otters line, and it's stolen once more. Fowler goes the other way. A 2-point night against the Spitfires just this past Sunday afternoon. They look to give in front for Fowler. Back on in front. That pass initially denied, and missing wide on the shot was Max Golud. He's got it now, though. Wrist shot, save made, rebound in front. Gritz looking for it. Gathered in by Owen Sound. The work at near side boards. Sushko out ahead, stolen. Here's Fellows in on goal. 5-0, stop made, Lafreniere. And backhand up the far boards out to center ice. This line has been good for the Erie Otters, and we talked with Max Golud during the pregame show. Maybe they haven't got the production and the numbers on the score sheet wise, but they head out there and they produce and generate offensive tries for the Otters just about every shift. But here comes Owen Sound back into the Erie zone. Spun and twirled back out to center by Brett McKenzie, and they're going to rip it back in one more time. Glove down by Murphy. That's his first action on a long-range shoot from Brady Lyle. Murphy calmly holds that one. The Otters rookie goaltender, 5-13, 1-0, one shutout, 3.50 goals against average, and an .888 save percentage. The 18-year-old from Guelph, Ontario. Otters chase to the far side. Timmermans will reverse. Reaching was Wayman, but it's into the corner as Brett McKenzie knocks it loose. Holding now from the near boards up to the wall. Played it on for the right-hander. Brady Lyle will shoot it right back in. Lasarchuk twists back behind the Erie net. Working on near side boards. Had Brady Lyle with him, and now Lyle goes behind the net. Thrown out in front. Grabbed by Garrett Podowny, but he couldn't get the elevate on that play. And just knocks it out to center ice now, where Emmett Sproul takes over. Timmermans sent out left wing side, and that's ramped out of play just in front of the Owen Sound bench. Podowny and Chase Campbell both in the neighborhood. And Owen Sound starting to get healthy. I think that's been the big part for them. They're getting some goaltending. They're now healthy. Another in and out of the lineup has been Jonah Gadjevic. He's in there now, and you got that line back together. Gadjevic, Hancock, and Nick Suzuki, which is dangerous. And they combined for 8 points Saturday against the Peterborough Petes last week. As Erie nudges it out of their own end from the far side. Back Simovic reaching after it now as it's swept back in. Tipped ahead by Owen Hedrick. Out of the reach of Lodnia, who appeared to get a piece of it, so there's no icing. Is rattling on back is Trenton Bork to gather it in. Ahead for Suzuki, and here is that line. Now Hancock, man ahead, looking for Gadjevic. Just a stretch ahead of him, but he'll find it out of the corner now. Wheels on in, far side corner. It's for Suzuki, and once more cycle to Hancock. Up towards the circles, and he'll pass from the point. Out to Phillips, left side, wrist shot. Kick save made by Dan Murphy. Suzuki tied up. First rounder of the Vegas Golden Knights on for Hancock. Wrist shot, trying to go short side. Was Hancock, and Murphy has that one from the left wing circle. Now there's just a little bit of room there for Kevin Hancock. Looking to go top shelf just under the bar. And Murphy able to stretch out at 6'2" and have that one lodged in his equipment. Here, no score. Early parts, first period. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Face-off won by the Otters in a former attack. It's Luke Beamish. Was dealt straight up for Cade Robinson, who is in the lineup here tonight for the Owen Sound attack, making his first return to the Erie Insurance Arena for where it all started. As Beamish run into the near side corner as he was after his own shoot-in. Owen Sound works it up the near side boards. That'll get out to center ice. Fowler covering there as he runs into Morrow. That's brought in by Russell. Now Morrow once more surrounded by gold shirts. Patry dishes back behind his own goal. Settled by Beamish. Erie turns it over right out in front. Look out. Here's Morrow with a shot blocked by Erie. Duff got a leg on it. Now Beamish. They'll work it out ahead. That was a glaring turnover. Luckily for the Erie Otters, for Hayden Fowler, nothing came from it. As Fowler chases far side. Cameron working up the far boards. Reaching there as Patry thought he had it, kept alive. It came out of the zone. Carried back in by Owen Sound to their own end. And Aiden Dudas works out ahead. Flying left wing side. Tripped up. Penalty coming. Golan's going to go, I believe. As the Otters now going to touch up. And there it is. Oh, this is from way back out in the neutral zone. It looked like Aiden Dudas was tripped up on his way into the offensive zone. And Golan will... He gets the get out of jail free card. Coming across is Hayden Fowler for a cross-checking call. From previous action out at neutral ice. So the Otters will be shorthanded to start. The 15th ranked PK unit will take the ice. 78.6%. Success rate for the Erie Otters from killing penalties this season. Lodnia trying to work it up ahead. Suzuki has it. His shot in front. No, there's Gadjevic. Tipped it just wide. Suzuki running this show from the center point area. Pass to the near side, reaching Lodnia. He blocked it for a second, but it's down to the near corner, and Lodnia unable to clear. Suzuki holds in. Feeds it towards the near corner. Aiden Dudas ahead for Suzuki. He comes across, hands off to Hancock, right back to Suzuki, right side, slid down to the corner. And they hold there. Gadjevic drifting into the middle of the ice, right in front of the Otters goaltender, Dan Murphy. Here's Dudas from the left circle. Center point Suzuki, right side, trying to get that pass across. Tipped by Lodnia, but they hold in. Here's Suzuki once more. Has a lane. Wrister off a stick and snagged out of midair by Murphy. He holds on. 6 minutes, 3 seconds off the clock in the first period. Still no score. With 1 minute and 16 of power play time remaining.
Congratulations. You just won tickets to a future Otters game.
And the penalty box is Hayden Fowler of the Erie Otters. Second unit steps on. 9th-ranked power play unit in the league for the Owen Sound attack at 21.4%. First shot from the point, blocked in front. I think they hit their own man stationed there. Also Jack Duff in the neighborhood. Left to the near side point. Nobody home. As activating in was Marcus Phillips. It rolls all the way back into Owen Sound territory. Brady Lyle carries ahead. Dish to Sushko. Leaves it on far side. Poked by the Otters, and just enough of it from Patrick Fellows to get it out to center ice. Time winding down here on the power play. 45 seconds as Sushko gets into the zone from the left wing. Phillips trying to hand out D to D. Poked around. Sushko got again from left wing side with the man in front. Goes for the tip play. Lazarchuk in the neighborhood. Comes out to the point with a slap shot. That went off a body in front. Blocked by Erie. And then cleared out left wing side for the shot to the near boards by Maximovich. Settled here. Phillips has it once more. Maybe one more rush for Owen Sound with the man advantage. They put the big guns on. Rattled around far side. Gritz will take this one. Shuffle it back behind his own net. Henry got the pitchfork out, and it's on down ice once more with 10 seconds on the kill. Fowler will head right out to play as it's worked in left wing side. Cade Robinson hits the brakes. Now it's a shot. Go Murphy. The save with 12:42 to go in the first period. No score. The Otters have killed off one. The Otters actually haven't had a power play opportunity in 2 games. Didn't get anything in Sarnia. Didn't get anything in Windsor either. As the Otters PK unit went perfect in those 2 games. Erie on Friday had 3 power play tries against the Saginaw Spirit here in this building. So maybe they'll get a power play on home ice. I don't know what it is against on the road. As the Otters work it out in front, here's a backhand try. Save made. Emmett Sproul to the goal. He hit the post. Bouncing around the net, comes off. And Joe Mack, who put it back in front, and I think Cameron may have saved the goal here. The Otters did a great job on Sunday generating offense from below the face-off dots. And here once again, in down deep behind the goaltender, behind the net. They work it out to the front. Little backhand try that was stopped at first by Lafreniere. And Emmett Sproul put it back into the front of the net, hit the post, and Joe Mack just could not finish that off. And eventually the net was knocked off with Lafreniere and Cameron trying to keep it away from the near side post. Remains scoreless. Here from Erie. Cameron has it now. Suzuki, he'll work ahead, left side, tipped by Gadjevic into the Erie zone and trickled right back out on a play by Luke Beamish. Here comes Maximovich 1-on-4. Lodny is going to join him. Maximovich floated to the front. Gathered right back in, and here comes the counterattack. Flying right wing side. It's Suzuki trying to get around. Drops it off Hancock. Slides it right through the goal mouth. They couldn't get a stick on it. Here's Bork now. Throw it off the end boards. Hancock right back to the goal. Save made. A rebound in front, and the Erie pushes it forward. Lajeunesse to Maximovich. Left wing side. Cuts across the zone. Looking for Lodnia. Backhand try. Kicked out by Lafreniere. And out ahead comes Hancock once more. Trading chances here from the EIA in the first period. Still no score. 11:40 to play. Here's Luke Beamish. Twist along the near side. Only Otter without a goal on the roster. He's got 7 assists, however, this season. His first full year in the OHL. Drop pass, Lodny. Maximovich is off the mark, and Lyle gets a little help as it's chipped back out towards center ice. And working in left wing side, Lazarchuk. Campbell now from the top of the circle, in down deep. Defended there. Nice move by Owen Hedrick on his poster not here, but the Otters cough it up out of the corner. To the point, it's Phillips. Drags near side, lets a shot go. That's off a stick high. From the half wall, here's Lazarchuk in the corner. Plays it to the near side boards. Man went down in front of the Erie net, but gathered back in. Campbell in front. Lazarchuk got a shot away. Stick save, made a rebound. Right back to the corner it goes. Lazarchuk and Stefan Patry battling away. And Erie will find it at the far side. Hedrick, skip pass. And it's Yetman on the cross ring. And he gets into the zone here, carries on far side. It's a backhander goal that just sails high. And Lazarchuk again will hold from his own end this time. As they look ahead, Phillips to center. They'll just clear. Erie making a change in the forward side. Gritz, low man on in this new line. Gritz and charges right ahead, taps it into the zone. Lafreniere had enough of that. He'll cover it up with 10:27 to go here in the first. No score. Otters and Owen Sound attack. The attack, you know, they charged up the Western Conference standings. They've won 15 of their last 18 games, just 3 losses here over the course of that time. And a big part of it has been winning on home ice. Only one game they lost at the Bayshore in 2018 in that calendar year. That was just this past Sunday against the Perry Colts. You're going to track this puck down from their own end. Sprung loose into the circle and holding back behind the goal. There's Wayman. They're still waiting to get back Sean Dursey. He's missed a lot of time here with the Otters. Look out, we'll get back to that in a second. Turnover by Erie. Dudas walks in, wrist shot save, made a rebound, bobbled in front and poked away by Murphy with the paddle. Golod gets it out to center ice. As I was saying, is Sean Dursey's missed a lot of time. Had a great start to the season, but he's only played in 37 games and has been out with a high ankle sprain, trying to come back to that and hopefully in time for the postseason. This one covered once more on the shoot-in by the Otters. Lafreniere will gobble it up with 9:41 to go in the first. Still no score. Otters and Owen sound attack. Attack with 9 shots the Otters 4 here in the beginning parts of this evening's action. Otters fans, real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. A look at the Otters bench. Their best month of hockey, at least when you look at the record-wise. Here won 7-4-1-0. In the month of February, just the second time this season, they finished a month over 500. And they got to continue the way they did in February here into March. They want to make the postseason. Erie 11 points out of the postseason. It's maybe unlikely, but it's going to take a lot of work and a little bit of help as well to get into the postseason. I'm saying there's a chance for the Erie Otters. Down 11 points, the Gold Storm and the Windsor Spitfires ahead of them. 7th and 8th, but each with 61. Erie sits with 50. Here's Owen Sound inside the zone. Brady Lyle going to keep this one in, but taken away, rolling off of his blade because of the pressure from Troy Lajeunesse, but they'll bring it right back in. Bounced into the Otters circle. Lajeunesse up off the window. That'll bounce to center ice, and Lyle there, former North Bay Battalion, sling it on ahead, and once more Hancock into the zone. Looking for Kajovic. Duff got a stick on that one as it rattles on down to the near corner. Ladnia pass ahead, and they're intended for Lajeunesse and intercepted by the attack. Phillips backs on up. 4th round pick of the LA Kings this past year. One of 6 attack picked in the NHL draft this past June. Here's Phillips. He's loose now. It's a wrister go. Oh, stick save made by Dan Murphy. For the open man, the defender in on the play, and Phillips flown back in deep. Erie comes crashing in behind the net, but it keeps on working around for Marino Moro. Onto the circle for Cade Robinson, the right-hander. As he peels off up to the blue line, drops it off there. A shot deflected on and just wide. Right in front of the net. That was Mitchell Russell. That one just went wide. Erie's going to block another one from the point as Beamish steps in front of it, and Joe Mack carries the center. He's shoved off the puck. Podubny follows up. Third man coming in here. They floated that way for Emmett Sproul. Rolls off his stick, defended by Russell. Erie to the blue line. Holding in is Henry. Stick to the near corner on that shot. That was fluttering wide. Sproul again in front. Mack with a bang try. Lafreniere says no. And there's Erie again. Working from behind the net. The pass out to the front. Joe Mack, another try. On the board is still looking for our first goal. 7:47 to play here on a Thursday night from the Erie Insurance Arena. And Erie's scored the first goal in their last 5 games. Tied for the 5th most first goals in the OHL this season. Trickle back into Erie territory, slowed by Curtis Henry. And here comes Max Golod, ranked 118th, the NHL CS Central Scouting Service midterm rankings. Looking for Hedrick on the near side. Otters, that pass did not work, did he? Lazarchuk shot blocked by Hedrick, and he'll carry now 47 in goal. The Otters overage defender. Flipped it out ahead. That rolls past between two. Gola going to beat out this icing play. Or not. Wow. That seemed pretty cut and dry to me. And we're going to drop it at center ice. Gola picked it up even before it got to the goal line. So rather than the Otters heading into the offensive zone, we'll drop it from center ice. It's an incorrect call, which brings us here to center. Bluebirds out for the Otters crowd here on a Thursday night. As Erie from their own line now. Working ahead for Alex Gritz. That is going to misfire. Now that is an icing call. That'll bring it back down into Erie territory. And to the left of Dan Murphy for this faceoff. Shots are 10-7 in favor of the attack. As Aiden Dudas steps in, works it. Face-off out to the point. Stolen away by Erie. Fowler's got to step on the D. Diving and knocking him off his skates is Cameron. And a holding call upcoming. It'll go to Trenton Bork. He was the player that mishandled the puck at the blue line at face-off when Fowler forced him off of it. And Erie, their first power play chance in 2 games. They'll head to work. 17th ranked power play unit in the league. 17.1%. Whistle sounds on this draw. We'll reset, try it once more. A dangerous PK unit. The Owen Sound attack, second in shorthanded goals with 15 of them this season. Here's Lodney, right side, in front, tap towards the net, and Lajeunesse misfires on an open cage. Oh, a yawning 4x6 for Troy Lajeunesse, and he redirects that one wide. Erie's got to carry it out to center ice. Looked pretty good on that puck movement for not having a power play try in a couple periods of hockey. Bounced along the near side boards and flown back to the Otters zone by Suzuki. The Otters, we will remember that one. As we continue scoreless, left side, Erie shoots it on in. Maximovich left along the near boards, and Fowler rattle it back around the horn for Kyle Maximovich. He'll snap it right back on the reverse. Lodnia from the point has to step into it, finds Lajeunesse. He looks back up top. Ivan Lodnia, Hedrick, center point. Under 6 to play here in the first. Hedrick, center point, Erie on the man advantage for another 60 seconds. Maximovich, left side, thrown in front, save made, rebound, backhander just wide from Lodnia. Maximovich once more. Hedrick, center point, settles it down again. Here's Ivan Lodnia. He's been all over the ice here on this power play try. Hedrick quickly on for Maximovich. Owen Hedrick once more, and again Maximovich crossed for Ivan Lodnia. Sets up Hedrick, one-time shot, goes wide. Off the end boards, golfing at it. Gadjevich gets to the line, not out. Erie holds in. 35 seconds left here on the power play. Bobbled the puck. Fowler loose on the far side. Down goes Fowler, and it's shot ahead to center ice. Hedrick want to head off, but he cannot. Got to defend Gadjevich now. Left wing side, lets the shot go. Save made. And the rebound to the near side boards. Owen Sound all over it. As Ivan Lodney would poke that loose back behind his own goal. Hedrick scoops it there. 15 seconds left on this power play chance. In some trouble here as Hedrick drops it off for Podubny. He'll get into the zone right wing side. Trying to come in 1-on-4. Gathered in by the attack and spun to center. That'll just about do it here. 5 seconds left on this power play try. And it's Patrick Fellows from center red. In left wing, drop pass. Podubny in, out of the box is Bork. Shoot it towards the goal, just sticked wide by Fellows. And here comes Cade Robinson rambling out to center ice. He's knocked down from behind by Garrett Podubny. Trying to regain his footing now. As that puck is tied up on the far boards, there's a slap shot try by Cameron. Never made it towards the net. Bounces back behind the Erie goal. Worked ahead to the point. Phillips hit his own man in front. That was Robinson. Bounced on goal. Backhand try. McKenzie save made. A rebound right through the goal mount to the far corner. Cameron again. Erie having a hard time clearing pucks. That one off the bar and out on the shot from Cameron. And on to center. Fellows got to get into the zone here. Erie got some bodies that have been out here from that second power play unit, and they will shift change now on the shoot-in. 4 minutes to play, no score. Marino Morrow floats it into the Erie zone. Wainman snap it back around his own goal and around the horn to be picked up by Emmett Sproul, Erie's first-round pick this past year. Throws it off the near corner wall, and that's going to spring off Owen Sound into neutral ice. Luckily, Alex Gritz there for the Otters to out-body Marino Morrow, and ramped in by the Otters once more. Trenton Bork back behind his own goal, taps it along for Lyle. He'll try the near side. Marino Morrow calling for it was Russell out of his reach, just past DeLong Brule, fired back into the Owen Sound end by the Otters, and Emmett Sproul can't settle this rolling puck down. Bork will do so for Owen Sound as he looks ahead. Tipped in by Russell, and now a shift change for the Owen Sound attack. With 3:08 to go, Erie slides it out to center ice. Rolling on down, Lafreniere slows it, plays it. And slung around the far boards for Nick Suzuki. But he coughed it right up to Stefan Patry, the Otters. He'll make his way on down deep to the near side corner. Shrugs off a check, trying to pass out in front for Yetman. That's tipped out of midair by Hancock. And the Otters bounce it ahead once more into the zone. And no icing on this play. Yetman's going to flag it down, chasing Phillips, who heads after it. Oh, Yetman may have got the stick in there. Down goes Phillips. Nothing coming. Erie maintain play. Hedrick. Skip it on down for Yetman behind the net. Poke to the far side boards. First man to it's going to be Hancock. As Owen Sound looks to escape their zone, flying this one all the way down ice, resulting in an icing call with 2:21 to go in the first period. Scoreless. Erie Otters and Owen Sound attack. Draw it down to the right of Lafreniere. Originally a third-round pick of the Ottawa 67s in 2014. Lajeunesse on the call against Suzuki. A little discussion in front of the Erie bench. Ryan Harrison comes over, and he'll soon do the same with Todd Gill. That's our referee lineup, brought to you by Visual Options. Ryan Harrison, Scott Oakman are two officials. Mike Harrington, Ray King, the two linesmen. I think they're looking at the Cameron shot that hit off the crossbar and skipped back out. And Scott Oakman comes in, he'll wash it out. It did not cross the goal line. It looked pretty clear cut from here, off the crossbar and right back out. But hey, I appreciate them going and looking at it. Make sure we get the calls right. Here's Lajeunesse looking to cycle it down for Maximovich. It's intercepted and skipped back towards the Otter zone. Over the stick of Jack Duff, which negates the icing call. And Duff will work this one ahead. Flying down the right wing side, Jack Duff rattles it to the corner, where it settles down to be spun around the goal by Owen Sound, and they'll look ahead. Maxim Sushko off of his skate, trickled on back. He'll hand off to Bork, who looks ahead once more for Sushko. That's off his stick. But behind the red line was Sushko as it trickled into the Otter zone. Icing call with 1:43 to go here in the first period. And a scoreless first with the Otters and the Owen Sound attack. Erie outscored 17-4 in Owen Sound in this season series. 2 games the Otters won here. 10-7 the combined as a wrist shot from Golod fought off by Lafreniere. Right after the face-off, brought it right back. But it's been home ice for both these teams. Usually steal one on the other team's building. From what we've seen the last couple of years is a shot from Timmermans flutters just wide. Gritz is behind the goal looking for Fellows. Scooped up instead by Golod. Put in front. That's off a stick. Intended for Gritz. Looking to work it to Fellows. Instead got Trenton Bork. Right back to the near side. Lyle ahead and Sushko into the zone. One more pass. Twisting on the near side. Aiden Dudas. He'll give to the blue line. Held by Brady Lyle. Winds up. Slap shot. Pad stop made. Murphy. Rebound to the corner. Dudas. He'll twist there. Gives to Sushko. Rambles on far corner. Out to the point once more. Bork's let one go. That one's blockered away. And settles on the near side wall. Dudas goes working again. Puts the wall by Gritz. Gola to it in the final minute. Coughs it up, however, as Zapola slides it back on far side out of the reach of Bork, and they got to reset. Zapola will skate it into the zone now. Left side, Aiden Dudas. Peels off the circle now. Changing point men here behind the play. That was his option he was looking for. And instead ends up coughing the puck up, and here comes Fellows for the Otters. Holds from the half wall. Trying to chip it in down low. Into the final 33 seconds of play here, and now Lasarchuk. Foot race with Hedrick. Hedrick able to get there first. Protects as he skates behind his own goal. Able to shuffle it on far boards. Fowler couldn't get a stick on it. Snapped towards the net by the attack from the far side. Off the stick of Cameron. Erie bounces that one away, and one last rush. 15 seconds left. Fowler hits the brakes on the near side. Run by Phillips. Loose puck in the corner on the near side. Owen sound territory. Here's Fowler getting loose, and the shot is stopped by Lafreniere, and a good one too. Jam back behind the net. Cameron to it. 3 seconds left here. Worked out far boards, and that'll do it for the first period. Both teams with a power play chance. Both teams 0 for 1. Both teams with good offensive tries as well. But nobody can best a goaltender. And after 20 minutes, we sit scoreless through 1. We got UPMC intermission report coming up next. We're going to hear from the play-by-play voice of the Owen Sound Attack. Fred Wallace joins me next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
In February 2016, Emily gave birth prematurely to twin boys at Allegheny Health Network.
It's overwhelming to think about everything that we survived. We often, in my house, refer to like the NICU staff as like the SWAT team. Like they're there to do a job and they do it really well. My delivery, I love. I loved everything about it. For someone having 2 babies at 32 weeks, 5 days, I loved it. I mean, we had bad days. We had really bad days. But I trusted the nurses, the doctors. I trusted them. In the beginning, everything is scary. And then now, at a year and a half, we just do things that normal families do.
5 weeks later, Emily brought home her 2 healthy boys. Caring for all of her life, is living proof. St. Vincent Hospital of Allegheny Health Network. To learn more or schedule an appointment with a women's health expert, visit ahn.org/allofherlife.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelet Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back. Pleased to be joined at this time for our guest segment. Going to look at the other side with the Owen Sound Attack. It's the play-by-play voice of the Owen Sound Attack in Fred Wallace. Fred, thanks for taking the time to join us here.
Well, Aaron, thanks for the invitation. Looking forward to the game on Thursday and looking forward to many more trips to Erie, Pennsylvania.
We always have the weekend back-to-backs. Of course, you guys come here. That was early in the season. We go there, and then throughout the rest of the season, somehow we finish out the 6 games. But for this group, early expectations, high expectations, and I think that was the last time they came into Erie. They were in the CHL top 10 and dropped the 2 games here, but they seem to be running back up the standings and making a charge here into the postseason. Does this group just play better as the underdog?
Well, no, yeah, I think there is some certain extent to that too. I think you're right in that, just. But the bottom line is that Owen Sound really didn't get adequate goaltending until almost Christmas this year, and after that, even when the goaltending started to be upgraded and the performances were better, then they were kind of dry, and they also had injuries this year. In that Kevin Hancock missed the better part of a month and a half, and Jonah Gadjevich has probably missed the better part of 2 months. So there goes 2/3 of your top line, and you've seen top lines come and go there in Erie, and you can imagine what would happen if two of them were out for a prolonged period of time. So I think those were the three big factors for us, Aaron, and it started with the goaltending that never really did get rectified until just recently.
I did want to ask about the next question on my list was about goaltending. Is Lafreniere and Mack the answer, and have they how have they kind of stepped in since the second half, since December, as you mentioned, that's really kind of been shored up?
Well, I think it's been an upgrade. That's the bottom line, and part of that upgrade is that Olivier has been an upgrade on what existed before, and the other factor is that Matt Guzda is growing into the position, and there will come a day, I believe, Aaron, that Mac will be one of the most, if not the most, talked about goaltender in the Ontario Hockey League. But at 16, he was playing a tremendous amount. He's already established a franchise record for wins by an underage goaltender, and that's just incredible. And even as Coach Todd Gill says that I had to play him too much. He was in there too much, or much more than a 16-year-old should be. So goaltending is not 100% solved because Mac is still very young, and Olivier can have some ups and some downs. He's a veteran, and that's been his sort of the label on him. He can be terrific, or he can have a night like he had in Guelph just the other night, where gave up 6, including what might have been the game winner with 2 minutes to go.
Mac has looked good. He played both those games when we were up there for the weekend series, and unfortunately for him, the Otters spoiled his shutout bid there in the third period. But certainly, future's got to be promising in the leads. And you talked about Todd Gill there for a second. Was it difficult for this team to adjust to a different coach as well, having the success they had over the past couple of seasons?
I think so, because Ryan McGill spent the better part of his first half year, or his first half of his first year here, weeding out what he didn't want. And by the end of that first year, he had a highly competitive team that took, a good, maybe great London team to a 6-game series. You come back the next year, and the expectations were almost similar to this year, that it's going to be a great year. And up until the end of November, under Ryan's second year, we were kind of not floundering, but we didn't know what we had. And after the December 1st last year, then I think we were every bit as good as the champion Erie Otters down that stretch. So this year a new coach comes in, and Todd has different philosophies, different ideas, and so there was probably a period of adjustment, a little rough, but in Todd Gill's, in fairness to Todd Gill, he's a professional, and he stays on it until he gets what he wants, and right now, with a little bit of help and a little bit of luck, he's getting it, Aaron.
You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello, I'm Greg Loop, President and CEO of Family Services of NWPA. This month we are celebrating families. During the game, we'll be highlighting stories from families involved with our adoption department. Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child today. Learn more at fsnwpa.org.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like the Break the Bank family of games with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The 2017 Ontario Hockey League champion Erie Otters are back. You can catch all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters are back on home ice Thursday, March 1st at 7 p.m. to host division rival Owen Sound Attack. Tickets are available at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857. And be sure to take advantage of the Erie News Now Super Saver sections with $12 tickets for all ages.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. We've played 20 minutes here from the EIA. Otters and Owens on attack, still scoreless. Here, nothing doing in that first period as we welcome you back in for the UPMC Intermission Report. I'm Aaron Cooney. We'll also take a look around the Ontario Hockey League in a little bit here. 4 other games on the slate here on a Thursday night. 5 games in total. With the 2017-2018 schedule winding on down, playoffs are in the air. Otters still trying to make it in here. We got to find the back of the net here in this second or third to get the Otters rolling. In that first period, Erie probably the best try for Erie was on the power play late in that first period. Right off the draw, you win the face-off back, working around the top of the circles. Ivan Ladnia holding from the right side. He kind of drifts in. A nice little feed for the backdoor play for Troy Lajeunesse, and he just tips it wide. A wide open net with Lafreniere watching for the shot, and it was a beautiful pass from Ivan Ladnia to thread the needle. Just couldn't be finished off. That was the Otters' best chance. They had 10 shots on goal, 15 for Owen Sound. They were rolling there and a little early on. Just could not best Dan Murphy, who stopped 15 in the first period, looking to rebound here from Sunday's action in Windsor. That saw the Spitfires put up a 7 spot on Dan Murphy and the Erie Otters. The Otters solid here in the beginning, and this is against a team that the Owens on attack. They lead the lead in shots per game, averaging nearly 40 shots per game, 38.05 shots per game for the Owens on attack. Also the best defensive team when you're going by shots on goal as well, holding teams to 27.49. Erie top 5 when you look at shots allowed per game. It's the Otters only giving up 31.17. Good for 5th in the OHL, 3rd in the Western Conference as well. Look around the Ontario Hockey League. It's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You Otter be staying with the best. 4 other games, as we mentioned. Hamilton Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead over the Niagara Ice Dogs. Ryan Moore, the only goal in that game. They are done with 1 period. Elsewhere, Ottawa 67s and North Bay Battalion, they're scoreless. In that game, I could see somebody leapfrog. Ottawa trailing the North Bay Battalion in the standings by a point. Scoreless through 1. Owen Sound will be watching this one. London Knights, Peterborough Petes, scoreless 6 minutes into the first period from Peterborough. And in Windsor, all knotted up at 2. Windsor Spitfires and the Sudbury Wolves. 2 aside, 10 seconds left in the first. With, looks like Liam Ross just tied the game for Sudbury with 10 seconds left. Second period's next here. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello, I'm Greg Loop, President and CEO of Family Services of NWPA. This month we are celebrating families. During the game, we'll be highlighting stories from families involved with our adoption department. Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child today. Learn more at fsnwpa.org.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit ChooseLivingProof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. We're set, second period underway from the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters and Owen Sound attack, scoreless through one. Right to the going to work here is Owen Sound. Turn on the near side, flick it towards the goal. That was Suzuki as it bounces wide down to the near corner. 15-10 shots on goal in favor of the Owen Sound attack in that first frame. Lyle holds now from the point. On down, Hancock quickly up top. Wrist shot through some traffic, sails over the net here. Look out, trying to bank it on in, and right across the goal mouth. They try from Hancock on the jam from the near side post. Erie picks this one off, and Lajeunesse can send it out ahead. Erie gets out of their end. Lodnia peels off from traffic now. Winds it out ahead once more. Gives cross grain, looking for Lajeunesse. That's off the mark and flown back ahead. Here comes Hancock, getting a 2-on-1 try with a backhander rising wide. Trying to go glove hand side, he just missed. Held scoreless for the first time in 5 games. Kevin Hancock of the Owen Sound attack. That was on Sunday as Lodnia fed right into the boards by Lyle. And on the counterattack, here comes Owen Sound. Near side, Dudas. Wheels in, bodied up by Jack Duff. Shrugged on to the near side corners. Followed up by Maxim Sushko. As he battles away with 34, Jack Duff comes up to the near side point. Cameron. Wrist shot off his stick, bounces down near corner. Sushko plants Duff. Duff escapes here and moves up the boards, but not out. Flown back towards the Erie corners in the far side now. Rolling puck, settled by Dudas. On once more for looking Ethan Zapola. Bouncing puck, forced out the center by Erie. And the attack reset. Sent once more, right back into the Otter zone, but nobody tipped that one. Dudas is going to, I thought he was going to beat out that icing call again. As he looks around, Jack Duff apparently won that race, and it's going to come back into attack territory. And the face-off to the right of Lafreniere. Minute 50 seconds in. Aiden Dudas probably, you're going to see his stock rise heading into the NHL draft. Ranked 131st in the midterm rankings. The Otters to chase this back out to center ice, but man, he has been on a tear. 28 goals, 58 points on the season. Erie's going to be guilty of an icing call in this one. But Dunas added into the top prospects game, potted 2 goals, and that one really impressed, of course, all the scouts in. And we had Sam Cosentino on for an interview during the Otters Hour show shortly after the Top Prospects game back in February. The game was in January. We talked to Sam back in February, and he said that's a guy that is going to see his stock rise. Backhander off the leg of Murphy. Kick to the near side boards. But sits 131st now. Expect that to when the final rankings come out for the Central Scouting Service heading into the NHL draft. You see Aiden Dudas working his way up. Lyle now holds from the blue line. Snapped out ahead. That's off his skate of McKenzie. Settles down on Murphy, and he sees McKenzie charging on in. He'll smother this one. Hold on. With lots of time left. 2 minutes, 27 seconds off the clock here in the second. Still looking for our first goal. I don't know, the folks in Owen Sound are watching the game in Peterborough. The Knights from London, they're scoreless at the Peterborough Petes. As London just a point behind the Owen Sound attack for that 4 seed and home ice advantage. That's up for grabs. Curtis Henry gets out to center ice. The dish for Max Gola, who just wiped out right in front of the benches. And Erie floats it on in. Chasing is Alex Gritz. Gathered by Lyle along the far boards. Some pressure created by the Otters, but it does squirt out loose to center ice and poked along for Lazarchuk. Does get into the zone. He'll flag it to the near side corner of the Otter zone. And McKenzie's pass off the mark, and Golod charges out towards center ice. Out there with Emmett Sproul as well. Golod hits the brakes, twirls it into the corner. Emmett Sproul now bodied up by Lyle. Turned around and scooting on in was Garrett Podubny. He's rubbed out by Russell. Jammed up the boards, held here by Curtis Henry. Skip it towards the net, shot blocked. And right back to the Otters as Mack wanted to hand off to Podubny, who wiped down along the far side. It allows Owen Sound to carry to center. Now Campbell right wing. Walks in, dish to the front, paddled away by Murphy. As that was a nice hops from Campbell as the net comes off its moorings. Russell wiped out and knocked the net off. Campbell had to hop over him. 16:31 to go, second period. Hey, congratulations to Sean and Emily Bisson. Another Sean's back home now with a pair of twins, and congratulations to the Bisson family. Sean is the Director of Public Relations for the Owen Sound Attack. And as you work in this league, you meet a lot of people in the OHL from other teams and even with the league. You only get to see him a couple times, but Sean has been very helpful and a good friend since I joined the league and since he joined the Owen Sound Attack. So congratulations to the Bisson family. Erie back after the far side corner of Owen Sound territory. Flip back behind the goal. It's to be flagged down as Marcus Phillips up the wall, chopping at it. Along the near boards was Kane Robinson. Erie holds in on a charging Jack Duff, who activated from the point, but it's forced back to center ice. And Beamish chased by Robinson. Now look out. Trying to pick this one up as Morrow. Now it's Robinson, man in front. Morrow can't get the shot away. It rolls off his tape. And Erie will bounce it to center off the shelf. This will be an icing call. Oh, there was the trade from back in January. You had Kane Robinson all over Luke Beamish of the Otters now. And the puck taken away, but Marino Morrow just could not get that shot away, looking for his first this season. And a glorious opportunity as he's wide open on that 2-on-1. Bounce towards the Otters circles, sent out ahead to center ice. Slowed once again. Here's Hancock from center. Strung together 4 3-point nights, and he's got the puck now thrown in front. That was before he was held scoreless against the Barrie Colts. Erie back from the corner. Shoveled on far boards by Garrett Podubny. Can't get it out. Suzuki now wheeling and dealing for Gadjevic in the far side corner. Deed up by Beamish. Ends up going down. Hands off to Hancock behind the net. Suzuki. Hancock out in front. Suzuki drifts. Working in the office. Shakes Beamish. Gives to the blue line. Skip near side. Lyle on the crisp pass. And he gives right back. Trenton Bork. Rich shot. Never made it on goal. Blocked and hit his own man Gadjevic. Trying to deflect it. Suzuki once more. They're running rampant right now in the Otters zone. From the right side. Lyle. Twisting from Maximovich. Sends it back in, down deep. Maximovich is the only fresh body for the Erie Otters at that icing call. Hancock in front, blockered away, and the Otters chip it ahead to center. This could be another icing call as it'll roll down to the corner. And I don't know, man. You got a gassed unit out there that's been out there for 2 icing calls. And we'll see what if Chris Hartsburg wants to use the timeout now or wait. A little stick change for Joe Mack to try and get the Otters, buy him a little bit of time. With their whistle to the faceoff dot now. Maximovich will take the draw for Erie. Mack, Podubny, Duff, and Beamish have to stay on. Here's Cameron from the right side. Wrist shot off a stick kick. Save made. Still loose along the far boards. Gathered in, Dudas to the point. Here we go again. Cameron, wrist shot deflected towards the net. Just wide. Skipped in. Erie pokes it in front of their own net. That was by Maximovich. And quickly on top of it to track it down was Dan Murphy. He makes a save and holds on. Still looking for a first goal. With 5 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. Here from Erie is in the second period. Here's the one-timer. Dudas getting a piece of it was Murphy, and it grazed off the side of the net as well. Shoveled ahead to the near side. Maximovich takes it over. And now Lodnia carrying to center ice. Maximovich trying to beat a man. Throws in. Now going down is Dudas, and I think Erie's going to the penalty box. Here comes Zapola, right wing side. It's still loose here. Goaltender coming off, and the Otters touch up. And Kyle Maximovich is going to go to the box. He got tangled up with Aiden Dudas, trying to work his way into the zone. And the captain, I believe, is going to sit. Lajeunesse thinks he's guilty as well. And Maximovich is pleading his case, saying that he was interfered with that charge to the net. And they may... I think that is... I was curious to see what they would call with it, because the takedown was kind of from behind. And it's going to be, I believe, a match penalty to Kyle Maximovich for slew footing. And the captain is done for the day. 5-minute major to Kyle Maximovich. Slew footing the call. As he got tangled up with Aiden Dudas entering in the offensive zone. So Maximovich, well, that'll end his point streak. And that also carries an automatic suspension as well. But this is going to be a 5-minute power play for Owen Sound. Now hold on here, he's got 2 in the box. On the board right now, we got Lajeunesse serving the 5-minute major to Maximovich. Now Sproul comes in. Erie's only got 3 on the ice, so there's got to be another penalty that happened between the Maximovich slew foot and then okay, so Lajeunesse did take another penalty. Emmett Sproul serves for Maximovich.
A match penalty for slew footing.
And a major opportunity here. 5-on-3 power play for Owen Sound. They hold left wing side. Here's Suzuki. Wrist shot. That's blocked by Curtis Henry. Loose to the far side boards. Dudas holds there. And on for Suzuki. He drifts, hands off to Hancock. Slashing is the penalty. 2 minutes to Lajeunesse. It's a full 2-minute, 5-on-3 power play. And it'll carry over for another 3 minutes. There's a one-time try. Bouncing in front. Save made. Murphy digging away. And Murphy covers up. 30 seconds off that power play time. The penalties both come at 6 minutes of the second. Erie still looking for their first shot on goal in this period. It's going to probably come a little bit later on, as they got to kill off a lengthy power play. And there are a lot of options out there. As up top, Suzuki and Hancock. All forwards right now. Hancock, wrister off the bar and pops behind the net off a couple bodies. Henry travels to it near side, gets underneath it, and it'll end up down the ice. Lafreniere will move it. They tip it ahead. They got 2 fresh bodies on. Erie on the penalty kill unit. Brought right back in as McKenzie up top. Now Suzuki on near side. One-timer upcoming. Kick save made. Murphy. Dudas guides it back on. Suzuki to Hancock. Dudas now in front, right circle. Suzuki back across, looking for a tap in. No dice. Be held by Hancock. Sent on for Suzuki right side. Waits, fires, glove save, Murphy. And he'll hold on. So here's the replay. Yep. That'll do it. That is about as textbook as you can get for slew footing. Leg comes out. The chop back across. Hard to argue with that against Kyle Maksimovic. That'll come with the automatic suspension as well. Coming into a weekend. A couple big games for the Erie Otters, and we know playoffs are dwindling now. Wrist shot just high. That one whistled by on the stick of Lyle. He'll let another one go. That one in. Brady Lyle. Take two. And he buries that 1-0 Owen Sound. Out of the box comes Lajeunesse. So it's just the one penalty to be served. The 5-minute major continues for another 3 minutes and 21 seconds. 5-on-4. After Brady Lyle's blast from the point, his 10th of the season. The 18-year-old from North Bay, Ontario. And a former first-round pick of the North Bay Battalion. 18th overall in 2015. That'll be offside. Ethan Zappola had a couple men trapped in the zone. Back out to neutral ice we go. Just outside the Erie line. As Lyle holds on, he'll skate ahead, gets across, leaves it right side. Lazarchuk picked up an assist on the Lyle goal. 1-0 Owen Sound on a 5-on-3 power play goal. Erie shoots it off the near side. Oh, wow. Kicks off a stanchion right out in front. Comes to Lyle. Left side wrist shot. Save made. Murphy. Oh, Erie thought they were going to rattle around for a clear. Instead, Owen Sound maintains possession. Lyle's shot. That's off a stick wide. Firing it off the post. Back to the goal, Lazarchuk. And they can't finish it off. Zappola thought he had the goal. Went right off the inside of the near side post for him. And Erie will find a loose puck and clear. They've hit iron quite a bit here in this game, Owen Sound. They had the crossbar from Cameron back in the first, and two of them on this power play alone. Erie again will rattle it on down ice. Stick saved by Lafreniere. On the clear by Beamish. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the 5-minute major. Emmetsboro serving the Maksimovic match penalty for slew footing. Trickles in on Murphy. He will hold on. Traffic in front. Faceoff will be to his right. Top unit back on. Featuring 5 forwards here for the Owen Sound attack. Suzuki holds center point, face-off win. Aiden Dudas bounce to him. Comes up top, left wing circle. In, back, down low, McKenzie. Corner to corner, Hancock, Suzuki. Lets the one-timer go and was blocked by Stefan Patrick. Getting some PK time. Dudas holds, waits, drags. Hands off to Hancock. Walks in, Redster, save made, a rebound. Chopped just wide with bodies in front. They get that puck right back. Fellows after, though, from the corner, able to bounce it just enough on it. They get it out to neutral ice. 90 seconds on the power play left. Fellows comes crashing in. Trying to get away from Suzuki. Does so. Fellows loose left wing side. Shot stopped by Lafreniere. And Erie, so close from tying this one up short-handed. As Fellows just got enough of it to get it past Suzuki. And almost fooled Lafreniere. Pair of shots for the Otters on this kill. Those are their first 2 of the period. 10:22 to play. Face-off won by Owen Sound with 1:20 on the power play now. Lyle out ahead looking for either Lazarchuk or Phillips, and it's going to be an icing call. Went right between them. And back down the other way we go. An icing call to Owen Sound. This is an Owen Sound team that leads in shots for and shots against on average in the OHL. It'll be a couple of years in a row now for them. They did it last year as well, averaging 38.05 shots per game. Shots against, holding teams at 27.49. Power play time winding down here, and they'll launch into the corner. Head of steam for Lyle. He'll beat out the icing call and gather this one in behind the Erie goal. On for Maxim Sushko. He's tied up by Henry on the far side. Sushko, a Philadelphia Flyers fourth rounder. Zapola trying to keep this one in. Poked by Lodnia, held by Lyle at the blue line. For Phillips, he lets a one-timer go. The whistle's just wide on the glove hand side. Zapola now. One hand on the stick, looking for Lazarchuk. A couple of Otters there. They'll disrupt it and charge ahead. Hedrick wants to skate. He's got bodies with him. Hedrick drifts across, hands right. Lodnia with it. Throw it towards the goal. The shot wide on the blocker side. Yetman chasing, but Lazarchuk out ahead. Half a minute to go in the power play. Into the zone they come. Floated on the front. That's off a stick. Hedrick got back to knock that pass out of midair. And now Jack Duff settles it down. Duff ladled it ahead, looking for Lodnia, his billet brother. Sent on in down deep. As working away, Bork and Lodnia down to the final 10 seconds of this power play. And it's worked ahead left wing side. Marino Moro cuts across into the circle. Cade Robinson joins him. Luke Beamish takes it away there. And Erie has killed off the 5-minute major here. One power play goal given up. With the 5-on-3. Sproul chases it down just out of the box. Hit by Cameron Erie trying to tuck it out in front. That's knocked up top in the midair. Played by a high stick as it's touched up by Gritz. That'll be the guilty party, Emmett Sproul. But with 8:49 to play, second period, we have our first goal belongs to Owen Sound. 1-0 on the Brady Lyle power play goal, 5-on-3. At 7:40. 1-0 attack. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners. Complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Well, if you're an Otters fan, you're looking ahead to the remainder of this weekend. Well, you're not going to have Kyle Maximovich to you, and that means the Otters will have to play down a man, too. Only 22 on the roster. 2 injuries to go with it, with Ryan Martin and Christian Gurney both out. As Martin done for the season, lower body injury. Gurney is out as well for the time being with the lower body injury. So Erie will have 19 on a roster to play with the suspension upcoming, the automatic suspension upcoming to Kyle Maximovich for the match penalty for slew footing. Otters trail by 1, back to action here in the second. 8.5 to play, tipped in by Golod. As he wraps his man up into the far corner offensive zone. Gritz was after that puck, but DeLong Grua will bounce this one to center. Nice crisp pass, dropped off. Here comes McKenzie, left wing side. Campbell at the front of the net, rich shot. Murphy gloves it down and holds on. The last time the Otters were held scoreless in the first period, they would see Mississauga take a 1-0 lead before the Otters would bounce back. A pair of goals, including Jack Duff's first in the OHL, and then eventually taking that game in a shootout. Hedrick's going to rattle one off the far boards. Quick D change there, gets Chibrikov off, and replacing him is Trenton Bork. Sent back into the Otters zone. Tipped in, no icing. Henry there, strong on the stick to the near side. He's run by Suzuki. Garrett Podubny out ahead, looking for Troy Lajeunesse. That pass off the mark. Spun towards the front of the Erie net from the wall. That was by Gadjevic, intercepted. And here comes Lodnia ahead, right wing side. Ivan Lodnia, hit by Phillips, run off the puck. Garrett Podubny replacing Maximovich right now on this line. There's Lajeunesse, could have got him for a cross check there. Down goes Trenton Bork. Keep on playing. Erie guides it out to the point. Here's Henry. Float it towards the net, off a stick, but The glove of Lafreniere is there to cover up. Hold on. 7:32 to go in the second period. 1-0 Owen Sound. Well, the attack and their athletic therapist, equipment manager Andy Brown just celebrated his 1,000th game in the league, and that was on Sunday. Quite an accomplishment as well for anybody. I know the Pittsburgh Penguins just recognized Dana Heinze, their equipment manager, with his 2,000th professional game as an equipment manager. That's today with the Penguins in Boston. But for anybody, when you hit 1,000 games, anything like that, it's quite a milestone with how much goes and how much is involved, especially for equipment managers, and you double up as the athletic therapist as well. Center ice, Erie battling away. Duff, right side, Fowler into the zone. As he holds, skips one off his stick, then he'll pop towards the goal. Lafreniere once again there to hold on. After the pop-up, Erie has managed just 3 shots on goal here thus far in the second period. It's a lot of PK time for Erie, but it was a second period in Windsor that did them in, allowing 4 goals to the Spitfires. But I don't think Erie's really recovered since losing their captain, Max Simichus. Wayne with the shot. That one trickles off the end boards towards the front. Bounced on the side of the cage and stuck inside the skirt. Along the post as well. Reset once more. McKenzie against Gritz. Face-off won by Gritz. Bouncing puck. Golod had it skip off his stick. As Owen Sound settles it down. A little chip and chase here for Alan Lasarchuk. With a man in front trying to go that way. Blocked by Wayman with the skates. And Timmerman's knocked down. Kept alive here. McKenzie. A sharp angle. That's off the mark. Held by Borg. Right down to the near side. Lasarchuk. Feed it on for McKenzie. Tied up along the near side corner. And after it, here's Aiden Timmerman trying to duck between Lasarchuk. Knocked down. Fans wanted to call him. They're not going to get one here as Erie bats it out of midair. Settled by Fellows in the defensive zone. And Fellows sends it on to the far corner. Chased by Golod as he steps in front of Phillips. Golod with it. Trying to slide it out towards the front. Right to Campbell. And off comes Owen Sound. Left wing side. Chipped on in. And going to work. It'll be McKenzie. Poked by Wayman. He can settle it down. 20 in goal for Erie. Podubny. On for Gritz near side end of his shift. Never got it into the zone. Erie's going to reset. Couple fresh bodies on forward side as Gritz and Fellows are replaced. Under 6 to go. Second period. 1-0 Owen Sound. A 5-on-3 goal for Brady Lyle. That's the only tally we have tonight. Lajeunesse ties up here with Lodnia. Podubny. Skip it down to the near side half wall. Trying to poke it in deeper. Lodnia, Podubny, Lajeunesse. The trio now. Owen Sound working up the near boards. Lajeunesse jumps in, steps in front of Robinson, but it's spun back to center ice, and Hedrick settles it for Henry. On for Lodnia. Man ahead is Hedrick. He'll skip on across. Erie will try the left wing side as Lajeunesse gets it. Hedrick driving the cage here. They go to Hedrick, and it's spiked away by Chibrikov in that long reach. Now Garrett Podubny from the far corner. Offensive territory here for Erie. To Hedrick. Walks into a one-time shot. Never made it on goal. I believe that hit Garrett Podubny on the shin pad, and Erie able to keep in for the near side point. Big 6'6" Chibrikov holds now on the intercept and works it ahead to center. Henry steps into that puck, bounces it right back down from center red, and they hold on to the far side corner. Moved for Cameron. Snap to Cade Robinson off his skate, reels it in. Left wing side into the honor zone. Backs down Henry, crashes the goal. The drive in front. Murphy makes 2 stops. Man in front is Gadjevic. Cannot best Murphy. It remains 1-0. The attack looking to match a similar effort. I think that's what made them, that second half of the season last year. That's what made them so formidable heading into the postseason. As they had everything working, they won 33 of the last 38 games heading into the postseason. Quite a run gave the Otters a scare in that Western Conference final. As Erie bounces this towards center, Hancock's going to track it down, but a lot of that team returning for Owen Sound. And hoping they got the goaltending solved, and it's not a team that I would want to see in the postseason. With all the weapons they have and the style of play, and having to go and play in such a tough building like the Bayshore Community Center. As Fowler skips it just past himself along the near side boards. It'll get out ahead for Chad Yetman trying to come in. 2-on-3. Third man for the Otters now is Patry. He'll pick it up out of the far corner. Holds from the circle. Cycled Fowler. Duff up top instead they get Wayman near side. Shoot it on in front. That's off a twig. They're looking for Yetman trickling towards the front. Here he holds in. That's off a stick. Comes right to Suzuki. Look out. Trying to split between the D. Got a man across. Suzuki drop pass. Sliding is Wayman to deny that play in front. Here he got lucky on that one. As sliding in front, Wayman able to guide that just enough away from two attack heading to the front of the net. Here's Golod shifting his weight. Heads to the front, and his try stopped by Lafreniere from the bottom of the left wing circle. 3:12 to go here in the second. The attack lead 1-0. And here's the replay. Duff got enough of it on that play as well. The last second poke check may have forced Suzuki to gather that in and settle down the bouncing puck before letting the pass go. And it goes right off the right leg and skate of Wayman. He holds now 20 in goal. Floated towards the front. Body's there, and it hits Cameron. Phillips will settle it down. Shifts his weight, takes a peek, looks over his shoulder, fed right back in deep. Cameron takes over from the far side. He bounces it out ahead off the far boards around Sushko. No icing on the play, and getting there first the far boards, it'll be Aiden Dudas. Squirts loose towards the circle. Timmermans with a man on his back. Trying to get it away here, finds Gritz. Trying to sweep it into the zone was Golod. He's run into by a couple of attack. And it's poked into the Otters zone once more with 2:35 to play. 1-0 attack. Fed up the near boards. Fellows. Little stick lift on Zappola. Gets out the center. As Cameron now takes over. Otters back up defensively. Ramped in by Sushko to the far boards. Who is familiar with this building. This is where Team Belarus held part of their training camp right before the World Junior Championship. As Sushko, part of that team, the World Junior Championship, they also practiced as a big collision down on the near side corner. Lodnia stays on his feet. Down went Phillips, Podubny reaching for it. But also in Jamestown was where Belarus also held some practices. They had a pre-tournament game as well. But they made base here at the Erie Insurance Arena and stayed down at the Bayfront Hotel down at the Sheridan and enjoyed their time very much from what I understand. Here's Hedrick picking this one up from behind his own goal. He'll find Lajeunesse. Skating out across a couple stripes. Cuts across the attack zone to the far boards. Holds from the point, floated on in front. That's blocked. Gathered in here by the attack, and they work out ahead in the final minute 20 of the second period. 1-0 Owen Sound. Lasarchuk going to drive the cage, now walks in front, trying to stuff it from the near side post. And Murphy has that underneath him. 1:16 to play, second period, 1-0 attack here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Alan Lasarchuk coming over from the Sudbury Wolves. They're in the offseason. Plays internationally as well. Represents Poland. He's at the Division I Group B tournament. That's just a little underneath the World Junior Championship, working with teams. You know how relegation works. This World Junior Championship, I believe you'll see some movement as well every year.
play-by-play voice of the Owen Sound Attack. Fred, you mentioned health. Is this team getting healthy at the right time here now? We'll be entering the final month of the season when we hit the game on Thursday.
Almost. Sean Dursey is still out. The quote-unquote broadcast lingo that we'll use is lower body injury. He hurt it in Sault Ste. Marie on January the 9th and has not played. He skated last week, but he pulled himself off because it didn't feel right. So, I don't anticipate that we'll see him Thursday night in Erie. I don't anticipate that he'll play this weekend. So that really only leaves you 2 more weeks to see whether he's ready for the playoffs. And he's a very big part of anything that we may accomplish. He's the next Santino Santarami, or your number 1D, an offensive producer and a pretty good defender at that. I think he was sitting at plus 15, plus 16 when he got hurt. So we're not 100% healthy, but we're a lot healthier than we were in December.
Now this team did not go out and make the big splash like a Sarnia or Sault Ste. Marie did, but Brett McKenzie's kind of slotted in pretty nicely for this group. Is that the way to go for this team? Kind of grow within and then make the small additions, because they did last year too with Cordell James. I thought that was a great pickup for the team last year.
And I think Dale DeGray got caught somewhat in the middle. I think Dale's conviction and belief was that he had a good team if they could just get healthy, if they could just get goaltending. But I'm sure he fielded calls for Sean Dursey, and I'm sure he fielded calls for Jonah Gadjevich, and he did not waver. And so from that standpoint, in terms of the additions, Brett McKenzie, that you're talking about, has been a nice addition in that it gives us lots of versatility. Brett is an overage, a 5-year guy, and for the lack of a better term, he's playing third-line center, and that's a pretty good guy to trot out there as a third-line penalty kill guy, and he gets some power play time, so that helps. And the addition of Cade Robinson for Luke Beamish, it's not going to go down as a blockbuster trade, but when Cade plays with Brett McKenzie, that gives you a pretty good grinding line that can eat up some minutes and keep the opposition honest. A lot of times, if things aren't going well for our top line, Jonah Gadjevich will come off, Alan Lasarchuk will go on, and Gadjevich goes in with McKenzie, and suddenly that's an even bigger and more formidable grinding line.
How is our friend Cade Robinson performing there in hanging out with the attack?
I think he's doing well. It's probably a big adjustment. He's probably only now figuring out exactly where he is. But no, I like Cade Robinson. You talked about those 2 games in Erie back in October, and in each of those games, he had a drive down the right wing, didn't finish it, but I just had that sense that there's something there, and we've seen it in bits and starts here, Aaron, and this may come as no surprise to you. So there hasn't been a lot of production, and maybe the consistency isn't there, but the effort is, and I think it's just a matter of him finding confidence and range.
That always was like the Cade Robinson move, flying down the wing and then trying to crash into the front. I've seen it a few times. Wanted to ask you, with this group, with the tear they're kind of on, was it 10 straight home games until just the fall just over the weekend, but winning 8 of their last 10. Are they finding that confidence that they had in the second half of the season last year that a lot of the group is still back from last season's run?
Yeah, last year, Aaron, the team set a franchise record with 15 straight wins, and that was a remarkable run for the team, and it was great fun to be a part of. And then it carried on to a very good playoff run that came up a couple of wins short. This year, I think there is that confidence that they can do it again. And what's happened here of late is they won 6 in a row, went into Ottawa and had a 3-0 lead in the third period and absolutely blew it. So that snapped the streak at 6. Then they won 6 more in a row, and I'm going to be charitable here and say that they ran out of gas on Sunday. They'd been to Guelph Friday. They were at home to Peterborough on Saturday. There was a charity function in the middle of it, and suddenly in the third period, maybe not surprising, Barrie put up 4, all of them in about a 2-minute span at the 50-minute mark of the hockey game. So I think if you take those 2 losses out, we may be talking about a 14-game win streak here.
Be right there, and they're still rambling up, and you're sitting in a home position for the first round, at least for right now. But what has this team over the last couple of years done for recruiting-wise in Owen Sound? Obviously, nobody has the big 9,000-seat building like London. It's hard to throw out some things like that. But 6 NHL picks last year and just 1 NHL draft, and then players that keep coming along through. Has this helped, especially the future going on for the Owen Sound attack and for the city as well?
Yeah, and I think when you're a winning organization, and what we're hanging our hat on this day is that we've made the playoffs for 8 straight years, and we've won 30 games for 8 straight years, and we put a handful of guys into the upper levels of the National Hockey League, and we put another handful of guys into Pro, be it in Europe or in North America. So from a recruiting standpoint, I think when you're winning, that's the best tool to recruit, and you know that as well as anybody, Aaron, because there was a time probably 8 years ago that Erie was not the place to go, and now I'm sure guys are tripping over themselves to get to Erie because you've had that success. So that's what we're experiencing right here. Suddenly, the lack of a university isn't an issue. The lack of a 4-lane highway isn't an issue. The lack of a giant mall isn't an issue. Kids and agents in particular want their kids to play hockey here.
Fred Wallace, the play-by-play voice of the Owen Sound Attack. Fred, thanks for your time here. Thanks for joining us on the show, and looking forward to seeing you Thursday here for another good one at the Erie Insurance Arena.
Yeah, Aaron, thank you, and I also want to thank you. I know this is going back a couple of years, but our Bears and Blue night when you furnished Connor McDavid both in person and the jersey, we're still very grateful for that, so we really appreciate your time and efforts with us.
It was a pleasure. Thanks again. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Children who have experienced the death of someone close need help and support. You can find that support at the Highmark Caring Place, a center for grieving children, adolescents, and their families. The Highmark Caring Place is a safe place where grieving children and families can come together and be with others who understand what they're going through. As an essential community resource, the Caring Place offers services at no charge to grieving families from throughout the community. The Highmark Caring Place, helping grieving children and families right here in Erie since 2001. Find out more at highmarkcaringplace.com.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like the Break the Bank family of games with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized Sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. We have played 40 minutes, 2 periods in the books. And sorry about the loss of connection earlier. We had a power surge here coming on through to avoid the, it looks, well, from what I've heard, Oak County's having some trouble with the weather and power and everything, so we had a little surge here that kicked the internet out. So we lost the internet on our side, we lost the internet on the TV broadcast side. Looks like everything's back up and running, and if you missed it, Erie down 1-0 through 40 minutes of play. Heading into this break inside the second period here, or heading into the third period, we'll be coming up. Otters trail 1-0. As to recap for you, the UPMC intermission report, Owen Sound with a 1-0 lead. Only goal coming in the second period, a 5-on-3 power play for the attack because of a 5-minute major match penalty to Kyle Maximovich for slew footing. That'll come with an automatic suspension as well. And Lajeunesse took a penalty during that play as well, so it ended up being a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. Brady Lyle with a bomb from the point. 1-0 Owen Sound. That's at 7:40. That's the only goal. Around the OHL, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That's brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. But we'll take a look when we come back. We hit the break. We got a couple more spots we got to get to because we lost some game time there. But we'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The 2017 Ontario Hockey League champion Erie Otters are back. You can catch all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters are back on home ice Thursday, March 1st at 7 p.m. to host division rival Owen Sound Attack. Tickets are available at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857. And be sure to take advantage of the Erie News Now Super Savers sections with $12 tickets for all ages.
Hello, I'm Greg Loop, President and CEO of Family Services of NWPA. This month we are celebrating families. During the game, we'll be highlighting stories from families involved with our adoption department. Every child deserves a permanent home and a loving family. There are hundreds of children in Erie County who dream of finding their forever family. Consider opening your heart and home to a child today. Learn more at fsnwpa.org.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like the Break the Bank family of games with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever. At 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The 2017 Ontario Hockey League champion Erie Otters are back. You can catch all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters are back on home ice Thursday, March 1st at 7 p.m. to host division rival Owen Sound Attack. Tickets are available at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857. And be sure to take advantage of the Erie News Now Super Saver sections with $12 tickets for all ages.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. All is nice and warm inside as the weather continues to get nastier outside. Caused a little power surge. We're all up and running and back to action here. Owen Sound with a 1-0 lead through 40 minutes of play. We get back to the third now. Hancock tied up along the near side. Boards in the corner by Curtis Henry. Brought up. Gadjevic along the half wall. Hancock continues up the boards, but Henry's going to take this away. And on down behind his own net for Lajeunesse. Bounce out in front. And, look, good thing. We had a couple of attack trip over each other and then freed things up for Erie. The other way they come. Lodney with it. Wrist shot. Never made it on goal. It was blocked. Bouncing in front. Skipped out the center and look out. Here comes Owen Sound. 2-on-1. Hancock with Gadjevic. Walks in front. Gadjevic rolls off his stick. And Erie picks it up behind their own net. But Ubney trying to settle it down. Ahead for Stefan Patry. Rolls away from him and settled by Owen Sound once more. Work out right wing side. Sushko, nice little move around two and works it in for Zapola on the right wing side. In front, looking for Sushko. Bouncing puck off the stick of Duff. Played out to the point and a shot from Phillips sails wide. Aiden Dudas there. Overskated, lost it. Ahead, it's moved by Fowler to the neutral zone. And right back to it, Aiden Dudas. For Phillips on the near side. He'll get out ahead for Sushko. Hit by Duff, continuing on in. Aiden Dudas up and down the ice, and he gets this puck down to the near side corner. Poked it loose, gathered by the Otters' Alex Gritz, and Yetman ahead looking to play it to Fowler in open area. They'll beat out the icing call as it just misfired as Fowler's rammed on the end boards by Cameron as he slung it out in front, nobody home. Now it's Sushko left wing side, walks on in, his shot, pads not made, and the rebound pushed away by Wainman. Erie to center, just 4 shots on goal in that second period for the Erie Otters. Here's Fellows now, hands off Timmerman's wrist shot, save made, rebound, carries all the way to the far corner with Golod out in front. He's got the biscuit now. Rolled off his backhand, and Zapola skates out ahead, run by a couple of Erie Otters, but Zapola able to get that into the Erie zone. 2 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock. Otters trail by 1. It's out ahead. Here's Patrick Fellows, left wing side. He carries all the way to the far circle, now shoots it towards the goal where it's scooped up and held on to by Lafreniere. Otters have a hard time and have not come back from many hockey games when they trail after 2 periods. 1-24, 2-1. Slap shot blocked on the far wall. And this one gathered on ahead, carried by Bork. Played out left wing side. Fowler will pick this one up. They are offside, so some time for Fowler to skate it out ahead. Poke check by Campbell, freed up, and Erie works it up the bench board side, where it's sprung loose once more. Lazarchuk coming on in, on for McKenzie. Dropping down to his knees was Hedrick just to disrupt things out in front of their own net. But Erie can't clear. Cameron with it. Lazarchuk calling for this puck as they throw it towards the front office stick. Ends up behind the net. Gathered by Henry, who looks ahead. He's hit hard by Campbell. Net forces the turnover. Lazarchuk back in. Watched by Fowler. Lazarchuk strong on his skates. Back out to the point for Pork. Slide it on down to the near side. Trickles off the backhand of McKenzie. A couple of bodies twirl around, but Hedrick able to settle it. And he'll find Henry to center and slung back on near side. Open area. Both teams making some changes. It's going to free things up. Pork went charging after it. Hedrick had to stay on. He wanted to head off on the shift change, but now Erie gets it down ice and finally can make the full 5-man swap. Jack Duff steps in to Russell along the near side wall. That forces the puck off the hands of Morrow and settled by Lajeunesse. Erie bounces it out to center ice. They'll have to do this without Kyle Maksimovic. Got 5 and the game for a slew foot penalty in the second period. And then the Otters will be without him for 2 games as well, with the automatic suspension that comes with that match penalty for slew footing. Right wing side at the Otter zone. Brought in nicely by Suzuki. Man in front, Gadjvik. Carries behind the goal, trying to drop it off in a tight quarters. Ends up behind the goal. Duff got enough of it as he gives the rough stuff to Suzuki behind the net. Now Podobny trying to clear. Coughs it up to Hancock. Winds up, slap shot. Directed just wide by Gadjvik. Podobny once more. Sweep it out to neutral ice. And settled here by the attack. Quickly ahead they come. Suzuki. Fly it into the zone. Hancock wants to chase. Jack Duff will get there. Nudge it up the boards. Freshman on. Cameron holds. Back to Hancock. Right wing circle. Tied up by Duff. Planted into the far wall. Watching his Fowler. Loose puck as Gadjvik goes and scoops it up. Beamish poke checks him. They work it down the wall, and Gadjvik again in control, trying to power his way out in front. Bouncing puck, rolling between the faced-off circles and settled by the Otters. Here's Ivan Lodney on the counter measure. Leaves the left side, Stefan Patrick trying to go back to Fowler. That's off his stick, picked up by Gadjvik. He'll find Hancock. Are they going to keep going after it? He tipped on in, and heading off is Gadjvik after a long shift. Zapola kicks it up, back into possession here, just on. Here comes Sushko, trying to make a move around a D. It rolls off his stick, and the Otters settle it down. Fowler to center, right back in the hands of the attack. Zapola, freshman on right side, walking in as Dudas, walking to the circles now. Heads in behind the net, lots of stick work as you're able to poke it loose to the corner. Timmerman's watching there. Dudas again back on top of it. He finds Phillips at the point, sends it off the body of Aiden Timmermans, loose to the near boards, chopped ahead. And Yetman trying to settle this one down. He's 1-on-2 inside the attack zone. Drops it off in the corner. Phillips there. Nudges it for Cameron. As he twists from traffic, some fresh bodies coming on, joining the fray here inside the zone for the Otters, but it's skied ahead and out of play. Off the window and out by Phillips with 14:09 to go here in regulation time. 1-0 Owen Sound. Look around the OHL. As we didn't get a chance here at a quick intermission because of that power surge. Kind of threw things off for us getting back connection. But out-of-town scoreboards brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. 3-2 Niagara over Hamilton after 40 minutes of play. Ottawa 3-2 over North Bay heading into the third. Attack fans like this. Peterborough 2-1 over London with 4 minutes to go in the second period. Sudbury with a 3-2 lead over the Windsor Spitfires with 18:15 to play in the third. 1-0 here. Brady Lyle's goal, the only marker, and it stays ahead. 1-0, the Otters trail. Gritz sends it back to his own line. Henry skips one off a skate that caught Zapola. One more try for Henry. He snaps it off a stick, no icing. All the way into Owen Sound territory. Golod going to work. Chipped along far boards, reached by Fellows. That ends up out of the zone. Shot back in offside. Erie tags up, back to work. But it's angled ahead with the attack in control. Campbell chopped it towards the Otters line. Knuckler could be settled by Lazarchuk. Otters the other way. Golod cuts across the ice. Far side circle. Trying to get away from Chibrikov. Drops it off for Alex Gritz, who's turned around. McKenzie plays it up the boards. Campbell settles it down. Shoots it off the stick of Golod, who lost the stick in the process. And Al Bork behind the goal. Campbell up the far side. Poked by Joe Mack out of play as it skies up and out into the crowd. Let's see, fresh puck will come in front of the Owen Sound bench. With 13:13 to go. In the third period, shots 31-16 in favor of the attack. Erie already with half their tally from the second. Gadjvik holds. Slides it on. Cross ice. Settled by Nick Suzuki. Angle for Phillips. Doing this without two of their top defensemen as well. No Sean Dursey tonight. No Jacob Friend either for the attack. Playing just 5 defensemen. An extra forward out with them. As Gadjvik wheels ahead from his own end. On a right wing for Suzuki. Watched by Beamish. Once more behind the net. They're looking to find Gadjvik. Instead got Hancock, who slides it right back to the far corner. Suzuki putting on the Ritz around Beamish. Gives to Gadjevich near side. Tries to duck around Jack Duff. Puck freed up here from the near circle. And the Otters move it ahead. Ivan Ladnia gets the motor going from center red. Trying to work around Cameron. Bump there. Got the puck back along the near boards. As he holds down and chips it down low for Lajeunesse. Back up top for Duff. Flipped on for Garrett Podubny. Escaped the stick. Wrist shot just wide on the glove hand side. Garrett Podubny, he gets time or space. He can really let it fly. That one just sails high. Hancock now. Poke check by Troy Lajeunesse from the near circle, the Otters zone. Lajeunesse looks to find Garrett Podubny. He'll float it near side corner. Now off for the shift change with 8 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock here in this third frame. Otters trail by 1. Lyle coughs that one up. And Erie plays it off a skate into the zone. Lafreniere leaves it near side corner. Bork hits the brakes. Fowler after it. Tips it away from him. Brought out in front. Here's Fowler. Trying to give in front. There was no one there. Yetman was in down deep. And it's spun to center here by the attack. Sushko around Timmerman. Sushko powers his way down to the near corner. Drops it out to the circle. Tipped there by Erie. Zapula follows up, however. But 5 gold shirts will take this one away. And it's Fowler the other way. Snap it on in from the near side. Timmermans follows up. On the backhand, he's planted by Lyle. Aiden Dudas. Free biscuit towards the corner. Lyle now moves it. Stick up high. Caught him. And Erie's going to the penalty box. It's going to be Fowler. You can see the head up. As they cough it up towards the front of the net. Settled by the Otters as it's pushed into the near side by Yetman. And Fowler comes off. Another power play upcoming.
Penalty to number 14, Hayden Fowler. 2 minutes for high sticking. Top the penalty, 9:01. Fowler, 2 for high sticking at 9:01.
Some ice maintenance, I should say, down to the right of the press box. Mike Harrington checking out the net of Olivier Lafreniere. 10:59 to go in the third. And now a chance for the Owen Sound attack to double up their lead. It's 1-0 right now, but back to the power play they'll go. 1 for 3. Of course, now one coming on a 5-on-3 power play try. And Brady Lyle buried it. A re-entry for the upcoming draft in the NHL. Ranked 127th. The NHL Central Scouting Service. That's Brady Lyle. As Phillips holds. Left side, Zapula right back. Phillips cross ice, winding up Lyle. It's another slapper goal. That whistles past the blocker side. Phillips again. They'll set up Lyle once more. Sushko. Lyle at the point. Near side, Phillips. Half slapper, fakes Zapula. He'll let the one-timer go. That one skips wide, stick side as well. Sushko to the point. Phillips. Bodies in front. They head off to Lyle. Waits. Slide it back for Phillips. Left side with the wrister. And Erie clears out the traffic and allows Dan Murphy to see that one all the way in. But 35 seconds off the penalty time to Hayden Fowler. A 1-0 hockey game. Duff and Dudas are told to back up out of the circle. Ray King will drop the puck. Face-off won by Owen Sound. Held from the near side circle. Flying in there was Chad Yetman, and he's got the biscuit poked out to center. Trying to make a move on the 2 defensemen. On back with Suzuki and Hancock. They take the biscuit away and make their way towards center. Suzuki left side, McKenzie. Rattles into the zone. Backhanded on in, but it's an offside play. Whistle down here from the blue line, and the draw will come outside the Otters zone. In a 1-0 hockey game. The Otters have not been shut out at home in 2.5 seasons. Trying to avoid that tonight. Midway through the third now. 10 minutes left on the clock with a minute on the power play. Here comes Owen Sound. Holding his Hancock, but way up high. Drops it off Suzuki trying to give right back. He does get it to Hancock. Wrist shot. Save made. Rebound poked away by Murphy. Right back to Gadjevic, and he rattles that high off the glass. Suzuki holds in. That kicks off a stanchion. Settled down, and another shot. Kick save made. And it got lodged in the pads of Dan Murphy, who holds on. No rebound. We had the Erie Bayhawks. First place Erie Bayhawks. The NBA G League. They were in town last night. Home game, and then the Otters here today on a Thursday. Bayhawks back in the Erie Insurance Arena tomorrow night. And it's back to the Otters here at the Erie Insurance Arena Saturday. Take on the Peterborough Petes. A busy day for the changeover crew. Wrist shot from Lyle held on to. Busy week, we should say. As the events pile on here for the Erie Events crew at the Erie Insurance Arena. Zapola, a little help, try to poke this one back. No, drop the puck. Whistle it down, we'll retry. Patry jumped in a little early. Was out here with Patrick Fellows. Usually paired up with Fellows is Kyle Maksimovic. He has been removed from the game, match penalty. A slew foot call back in the second. There's Alan Lazarchuk backing up towards the half wall. To the point, now Phillips. Right back to Lyle, winds up, doesn't shoot. Lazarchuk, he'll let it go. Got a fan on that one a bit and sends it wide. As the Otters poke it up the near side boards, Fellows couldn't clear. Henry turned around on the near wall. Otters try to pry it loose. It comes to Phillips. Leaves it right side for Lyle. Time ticking down on the power play. Phillips to the goal, and it's off a stick high. Bouncing along the goal line. Sent off a glove to the far side corner. Sushko. Gathered by Hedrick. Erie has killed this one off. Poked up ahead. Fellows. Nudge forward. Head of steam for Fowler. Trying to back down. Phillips walks in. Got around him, but put it puck just a little far ahead of himself. Stays after it here. Fowler. Lazarchuk. Takes it back behind his own goal. Fowler and Fellows head off. Some fresh bodies coming on for Erie. And the final 8.5 of this hockey game. 1-0 Owen Sound. Power play goal back in the second. The only tally. Ivan Lodnia going to wheel ahead. Spins away from Marino Moro. Now cuts back off. And winds forward once more. Leads it for Hedrick. Brings it near side. Drops it off left for Timmermans. Directed into the zone by Podubny. Right on goal. Lafreniere covers up. And we'll have a face-off coming up with 8:09 to go. Here in the third. 1-0 Owen Sound with the lead. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters fans, True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. Personnel step back to the ice. We'll go for the final 8:09 here in regulation time. Erie looking for the equalizer. Face off one back by Owen Sound. Ramped quickly out of the zone. Here comes Hancock. Looking for Suzuki. The pass was a little too much air on it. Nearly knocked it out of midair as well. But he gets it right back behind the net. In front, Hancock popped to the front of the goal. Knocked it out of midair by Gadjevic. Couple cracks at it too, but Dan Murphy, who's been under siege here, give him 37 shots on goal. He stopped 36 of them. On the near side circle. Again one, Hancock, one-timer kicked out by Murphy. Cameron holds it. Gadjevich chases after it. Vancouver Canucks second rounder Jonah Gadjevich after a 46-goal season last year. Tied up behind the goal by Curtis Henry. He's been battling with injuries here. Does have a gold medal at the World Junior Championship with Canada. As that one spun off a stick and cleared by Erie. Chased down by Cameron. Rimmed around near side. Gadjevich there. Rolls off of his stick, and Gritz will shoot it in for Erie. Suzuki went to the camp as well, the pre-tournament camp. That'll most likely be on the squad next year, you would assume, as a 19-year-old. It's played back into the Otters zone here. The shoot in by Owen Sound. They make changes. Erie bounces it out ahead. Around Chibrikov. Flying. Here's Gola. He'll get to it first. Scoops it up behind the net. 6'6" Chibrikov pokes it off his stick on the recovery and slides around the near side. Jack Duff holds it. Fellows trying to wheel around Chibrikov. Now it's Gritz. Golod loose on the near side. Trying to bring it out to the front. Golod twisting. Up to the circle. Little shimmy. Feeds Jack Duff at the point. Holds his shot. That's sticked away by Alan Lazarchuk. Bounces onto the far side corner. Quickly carried ahead by Marcus Phillips. Launched in once more by the attack. Campbell ties up for McKenzie inside Erie territory. Back to the far corner. It's Campbell. Poke check by Luke Beamish. Frees things up for Erie. They'll skate out ahead right side. Golod hits the brakes. Twisted back down right wing side. Reaching was Hayden Fowler, just a little late to the party as it spun down ice, but an icing call here with 6:05 to go.
All right, top left, guess the attendance. Jeff, you guess how many people here are here tonight? A, B, C, or D? Nancy goes to C. He's correct. He's going home with this delicious bag of popcorn.
Fowler will grab this one from, take face-off duties for Erie. Out with Chad Yetman and Stefan Patrick. Swung to the near side corner. Yetman after it. Steps in front of Dudas. Now Fowler putting on the Ritz. Look at those stick handle moves. Free some time up. Get it out in front. No one there for Erie. Patry follows up. On for Fowler near boards. Trying to go to the point. Off a stick. Patry follows up here. Otters bunched up the high slot area. They give to Wayman. Shot was blocked. Patry gathers it in. On down for Yetman. Once more the pass down low. Fowler trying to skip it back out in front. Just over the stick of Yetman. Reeled in near side for Sushko. Erie just 3 shots on goal in this period as well. 5.5 to go now. And launch back toward the Otter zone. This will be right on goal. Dan Murphy. No icing, but he's forced to smother it. The Otters, Dan Murphy, let's see here, 37 of 38 he stopped. Back up to the task after Sunday afternoon, where he saw 29 shots on goal, allowed 7. He rebounds pretty quick. Things just don't faze Dan Murphy. This one bounced out in front. Edrick poked it onto the far side wall. Aiden Dudas. Turned around, Sproul in the neighborhood. Poked away off the stick of Garrett Podubny. Scooped out of the corner, Sushko. Still with it is Owen Sound into the final nearly 5 minutes now. And they work the cycle to the near side corner. Ethan Zappola. Bork and then back in deep. Sushko to it again. Chasing his Hedrick. To the point once more. Float it right back in. It's like 4 corners right now. Keep it away from the Otters. Emmett Sproul's going to chase this one down to the far side, and he can try to work it out ahead. Poked away from him, and back to the puck is Owen Sound out at neutral ice. Left side for Sushko into the zone. Curls it back out to the circle. Just chips it in. He'll head off as Henry flags it down. Sends it right up the gut to center ice. Phillips holds there for Owen Sound, rattling around the horn. Entering in right wing side. Hancock unit back on. Now it's Gadjevich. Wrist shot. Scores! Just enough time for Jonah Gadjevich to unleash the shot from the right wing circle. And the attack add a little insurance. It's 2-0. Owen Sound may have lulled the Otters to sleep the shift before. But Dudas, Sushko, and Zappola just keeping the puck away from the Erie Otters and just kept them running around in their own end. And as the line change comes on, poke from the far side wall by Hancock to the front. And at the right wing dot, just enough time for Jonah Gadjevich to let the shot loose. And the attacker up by 2. Father time in the building, winding down here on the Otters. Now to 4:10 to play. And really, Erie has not had much of an offensive response since we ended the first period. Fellows into the zone. Now Golod, right wing side, goes between his legs, tucks it out towards the front. Gritz was crashing, but Erie couldn't get his stick on it in front of goaltender Lafreniere. Out towards center. Fellows hit by Gadjevich. The Otters settle it down. Center ice, Golod. Hit by Gadjevich. Try to duck underneath it. Drops it off for Alex Gritz. Walks in. Wrist shot. 6 save. And the rebound. 3 white jerseys corral it. Push it onto the wall where it's settled by the Otters. Golod after it in the offensive zone. Now Gritz. Turned around by Bork. Golod once more. Flip for Gritz. Back and forth they go as Golod works his way up the half wall. Trying to cut in towards the circle. Poked away by Phillips. And the white jerseys finally take that puck away from the Otters and send it out towards center as the whistle sounds because the net needs a little fixing down behind goaltender Lafreniere. He's staring down his first OHL shutout right now. 19 saves for Lafreniere. He'll get some work on the net. And now Billy's going to come out, go to work for us. It's the hardest working man in Erie, let me tell you. There he is. Billy got us good to go. Draw from center ice because of the whistle. The final 3:19 now. As the Otters a final 8 games in the regular season. Playoffs were already a long shot. Really needed the win on Sunday in Windsor. Dropped that one and really couldn't lose it much more after that. Need a miracle here in the third and the final 3:05 to go. Fowler towards center, poked away by Chibrikov. Mathematically, the Otters will stay alive. As Lazarchuk picks it up behind the Erie net. Wraparound try, scoots it right through the goal mouth. Just out of the reach of Chase Campbell, who's right in the neighborhood. As Jack Duff has to settle this one down. And hand off to Beamish. Skate out left. Pass ahead off the skate of Patrick. Gets it in down deep. Patrick cuts on near side. Holds and holds to the circle now. To the blue line. The pass. Wayman has it. Wrist shot. Glove save. Rebound towards the goal. Fowler. And just keeping it away from the goal line's Lafreniere. Timmermans holds in. Now it's Yetman. Skipped across. Wayman. Wrist shot. Saved by Lafreniere. He's got that one in the net. With 2:18 to play. In regulation, 2-0. And here's the replay. Play out to the point. And Lafreniere thought he had that one right in the glove. A tip off the cuff of it to the circle. And Fowler with a bouncing puck got the stick on it. That one settled down. You may have been able to get it towards that open net. But he got a whack on it. Lafreniere keeps it up. Here's going to call a timeout with 2:18 to go. An offensive zone draw. Upcoming, down by 2. Shots 39-21 in favor of the attack. Erie back on home ice here. They'll have a day off tomorrow. And they avoid a 4th straight 3-3. They'll play 3-4 instead. But Saturday night, Peterborough Pete's in town. They opened the season way back in Peterborough. Back on September the 21st. The Otters came ahead by that one, 5-2 the final. How have things changed since back in September to here we are in the final month of the season. In March, goaltender Dan Murphy is off to begin play here. Erie wins the draw. Throw it in front. And it's slowed down by Lafreniere. He'll hold on. looking for Hedrick on the tap-in on the back door. Almost worked the face-off win by Troy Lajeunesse. They'll watch for that now as Maxim Sushko comes out wide left side. Aiden Dudas on the draw as Erie wins another one back. Throw it towards the near side corner. That played by Lodnia. Now Podubny to attack on him, near side corner. Erie uses their advantage with the extra man here. They get it free, play it to the front, now sticked on the near side, and trickles just past Ivan Lodnia on out to center. 2 minutes to play. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena, Otters down 2-0. Lodnia gets it on in. Shoved by Sushko, but got it deep. Chasing is Patrick Fellows. Trenton Bork ties it up near side. 6th round pick of the St. Louis Blues. Got it loose to the near boards and played out ahead for the empty net. Zappola, bingo. That'll do it. 3-0 with 95 seconds left. Ethan Zappola adds the empty netter. And the attack look to maintain home ice advantage. They'll do so. And if you're an Attack fan, the Knights are down by 1 heading to the third period in Peterborough. Ramped in again by the Otters. Bouncing puck settles near side corner. Slid up the near wall. That was by Chibrikoff out to center ice. Flying left wing is Mitchell Russell. He gets a shot away. That squeaked through. It did. Mitchell Russell extends the lead to 4. Just slides it underneath Dan Murphy. A sneaky shot from the left wing circle. And the Owen Sound attack just doubled the lead once more. 4-0 on the squeaker from the left wing dot. Second of the season for Mitchell Russell. As the Otters, this really comes back after great adjustments from Owen Sound. They really found a way to take away, make things difficult. Erie really had to fight for their ice and kind of took them out of it after this first period. And Sproul comes on near side. Timmermans from the blue line. Shimmies near wall, floated towards the net. And stopped by Alex Gritz. Twists on the right wing side. Keyed up here by McKenzie. Mack follows up. McKenzie will find it and just shoot it up the near side wall. It'll roll out to center. Yeah, Erie was right in the mix of things. After the one period, we were scoreless. Shots 15-10 in favor of the Attack. Erie now just held the 6 shots the remainder of the hockey game. Final 40 minutes, that's all they got to show for it. So credit to Owen Sound really bottling up the Erie Otters, and the reason for that, they spent more time in the Otter zone. Nice tilted here through the final 40. There comes Gritz. And the Otters, it was after they lost Kyle Maximovich as well, that took the team out of it a bit emotionally. As an icing call here to Owen Sound with 12.9 to go. But the Attack are going to roll here. Their 16th win in the last 19 hockey games for the Owen Sound Attack. As a roll off the final 12 seconds. Tied up by Cameron in the far corner. Erie plays it to the blue line. Youngsters out right now. Some final minutes. Turning around. Here's Patrick. Wrist shot off his stick high as time winds down on the misfire. And Olivier Lafreniere, he's got his first OHL shutout. He stops 21 Erie Otters shots as the Attack roll 4-0 here on the Erie Insurance Arena ice. We'll step for a break. Post-game show after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelette Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters fall here to the Owen Sound Attack in game number 61 of the regular season. 4-0 the final as Olivier Lafreniere stops 21 shots for his first OHL shutout, as the Otters could only muster up a handful of shots in the final 40 minutes. They had 10 in the first period and 11 in the final 2 frames. Finished with a total of 21. As the Owen Sound Attack, they just rolled. They outshoot the Otters by 20. Had 3 goals in the third, 4-1 the final here from the Erie Insurance Arena. As the Otters playoff hopes dwindle a little bit. Guelph Storm off today. Windsor Spitfires trail the Sudbury Wolves right now 4-2, which would help, but the Storm, the other team the Otters are chasing, now they have 2 games in hand on the Erie Otters with an 11-point lead for the final playoff spot. It's going to be tough going down the rest of the way for the Otters. Looking for playoff hockey for a 5th straight season here in Erie, but there's a chance it's not looking good right now. Unless Erie can get some major help, but they got to win hockey games. Dropping 2 straight here to teams ahead of them, not helping. But we'll wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Erie on home ice. They got 5 more home games coming up. So you may want to get your last chance here to catch the Erie Otters from the Erie Insurance Arena on the season. I'm Aaron Kuhn. It's the Otters post-game show. Recap 40 of the first period, scoreless through 20 minutes of play. And you know what? Things could have been completely different in that hockey game. First period, Otters' only power play try. Their first power play opportunity in 2 games. As they win the face-off back, it's worked right side for Ivan Lodnia. Lodnia throws it to the front of the net for the backdoor play to an open Troy Lajeunesse, but he tips it wide. That would have made it 1-0 Erie, which would have completely changed the face of this hockey game. I mean, what can you do? Just misses wides as the Otters misfire on that play. I mean, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, but not the case. As the Otters miss on that power play try, Lajeunesse just misfired, so it's scoreless after 1 period. And the complexion of the game changes in the second. About 5 minutes in, 5-6 minutes in, the Otters guilty of a pair of penalties. One of them, a 5-minute major for slew footing to Kyle Maximovich, the captain, done for the night match penalty. It also comes with an automatic suspension, so Erie, without the services of Kyle Maximovich for the upcoming weekend, they play Saturday and Sunday here. Well, Saturday against the Peterborough Pizza here on home ice, and they got to leave right after the game and head to Mississauga because Sunday they got the Steelheads. But with that comes a 5-on-3 lengthy power play, and they connect. Brady Lyle with the opening goal. 5-on-3. His 10th of the season at 740. Assists to Marcus Phillips and Alan Lazarchuk. And heading into the third period, Erie only had 4 shots on goal in the second and really had to dig down deep here into that third period to find something. But Owen Sound, they just controlled the puck. Plain and simple as that in that third period. They had the puck more than the Erie Otters, and Erie just could not get really anything towards the goal. Only 7 shots on goal. A lot of them came in the final minutes of the hockey game. As he attacked, they just opened up the lead. Started with Jonah Gadjevic on the right wing side. He gets just enough time. This dude can rip it, and he had just enough time and space to snap it past Dan Murphy. Got the start here tonight. As it bounced off the far wall right onto the awaiting stick of Jonah Gadjevic, and he just rifles it past Dan Murphy, 2-0. Erie kept on pressing. Call a timeout, time winding down in the game. He pulled the goaltender looking for something, but it's Ethan Zapola icing the game with an empty netter at 18:25. They'd had one late. Squeaker got through Dan Murphy 18 seconds after the empty net goal. Mitchell Russell gets on the board. Just kind of snuck it through Murphy on that play. Final 4-0 attack over the Erie Otters. They'll take the season series 4-2 as the attack maintain the 4 seed in the Western Conference, with the London Knights trailing the Peterborough Petes 2-1 right now. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. As we say that, it's now a tie game. London Knights, Peterborough Petes, as Sergei Popov just tied it up with 13:38 left in the third period. Erie actually, we're going to see the London Knights next Friday. Erie goes to London for their final visit. Elsewhere around the league, heading to overtime in Niagara. Hamilton Bulldogs, Niagara Ice Dogs all tied at 4. End of the game in North Bay. Ottawa prevails over the Battalion 4-2. North Bay doesn't lose many hockey games on home ice, it seems like. That goal just came off the clock now for the London Knights, so it's back to a 2-1 game. 15:21 to go in the third. I guess Popov did not score, whatever happened there. And with 4:05 left in Windsor, Sudbury Wolves with a 4-3 lead over the Windsor Spitfires. Oh, the goal's back up now, so it is 2-2 in Peterborough, London Knights and Peterborough Petes. Petes in town on Saturday night to take on the Otters here at the Erie Insurance Arena. Tomorrow we've got some basketball from the Erie Insurance Arena. The first place Bayhawks back in town. As we take a look tonight, here are our Iron Workers Local New number 3's Ironman of the game. Tonight's 3 stars, Jonah Gadjevic. The insurance goal made it 2-0. Third star, second star, Olivier Lafreniere. He stops 21 for his first OHL shutout. And Brady Lyle gets the number 1 star. The opening goal stays as the game winner with the power play tally in the second, 7:40 of the second period, the 5-on-3 goal. That's the game winner as well. He's the number 1 star. As we wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena, I want to thank Nick Ritson back in studio. Thanks for sticking with us and making it all work. Nick and I, we had a power surge here in the building towards the end of the second period that kind of knocked us offline, and the lights almost went off and everything, so they have a whole bunch of the backup systems kick in. So we did finish it off. We did finish power. We were all good here, and thanks to Nick for getting us back online for the broadcast to finish things up here for you. Wish it was a better outcome that we came back to, but Otters fall tonight 4-0 to the Owen Sound attack from the Erie Insurance Arena. Erie back on home ice Saturday night. Peterborough Petes in town. 7 o'clock start from the Erie Insurance Arena. We'll talk to you then. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
but it's like I had my moment. Roll down the window, start yelling at this guy. He starts cursing me out, telling me I'm a terrible driver. And the only reason I did that was trying to get him to turn the high beams off. I'm telling you, for an hour after the incident, my eyes still hurt a little bit.
I don't believe that for what? Your eyes hurt for an hour? James, come on. You gotta...
I'm going to make one comment. Klug stuck with the theme of Ward It Off, and he complained about something that is very typical of being in New York. I love it.
I was ticked.
You were angry when I walked in. Honestly, though, are you a terrible driver?
No, I'm a good driver.
Okay.
No, not really.
Hey, LeBron, do you think Klug's a good driver?
No, not really.
Do you believe his story?
No, not really.
Do you think his eyes hurt for an hour?
No, not really.
Come on, LeBron!
Oh, the road rage thing is dangerous. I mean, I once lost my mind in L.A., and then I realized, like, man, you just don't know, like, who you're dealing with, what kind of a day they have, what they're going through. I've tried to tone it down. You know the best way to tone down road rage? Don't have a car. Take the subway. It's amazing. Read a book, listen to some music. Last night, some poor guy, I felt so I walk in, can I ward something off?
Yeah, you got something you want to get off your chest?
I kind of feel bad for the guy. Walking to the train yesterday, it's late, it's like 11 o'clock, not even 11, 10:15 at night when I transfer, 10:30, and it's one of those crowded trains, right? And it reeks of something. And I look on the ground, and someone has spilled fried chicken and sauce everywhere, and it smells gross, so everyone's staying away from it. And I slowly look up, there's a gentleman who is sleeping on the train, and he is dressed to the nines. He's got, like, amazing expensive sneakers. They match his suit coat. It's white. He has spilled the chicken all over his white suit coat, his, like, silk shirt, his designer jeans, and I'm not a sneaker guy, but his very expensive, clearly sneaks, are covered in chicken and chicken sauce, and he's sleeping. And we're all just staring at the guy, and I just mesmerized watching for 8 stops, right? Go under the water, we go to Brooklyn. At one point, the train, like, I thought I was going to jump the track. It moves so, when you're on a train, it moves aggressively. If you're not holding the rail, you're falling down. He, like, gets shifted because he's taking up 2 spots, and he's just sleeping through. Dude, sleep somewhere else. You brought a whole 30-piece chicken set, like chicken wings and sauce, and you spilled it on yourself on the floor. It's covering your chin, your shirt, your shoes, and how are you sleeping through? What is with people sleeping on the trains in New York? Wake up. You missed your stop.
I had nothing that I wanted to get off my chest until you jogged my memory.
Okay, good.
There was a guy on the Q train today when I was coming into work. Same thing, dressed pretty nice. He had like a business coat on, some kind of loafer situation, and he was laying on the subway bench, and he took up almost, like, he was tall. He took up almost the entire bench.
Laying down?
Laying down. And he was totally asleep. He was passed out, probably drank too much. And it's a crowded train, and people are like hovering around him, and I was so close to the point of just like knocking his feet off, like, bro, there's more than just you in this train right now. Please move. But I didn't. I just kind of watched it happen.
I saw, we're just going like straight New York now, but on the train yesterday, how like there's like those spots where maybe you can fit 4 if everybody's really thin, but it's more of a 3-person spot?
Yeah, but there's always someone that wants to make it a 4-person spot.
There were 3 people who were a little more rotund in their physique, and a woman got on the train who was more rotund than those 3 folks. And guys, I'm not exaggerating when I say the spot that was available, right, was maybe 3 iPhones across. Not even like the size of a human head is the like. And I watched her just sit on people, and they just moved, like just sat into this. It was the most aggressive. So I'm watching her. I'm watching Chicken Guy. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting off at the next stop. I'm going to walk down one car, and I'm going to get on the other car because it smells like chicken. And I was so mesmerized because like the guy next to her is like mean mugging her, and she's staring straight ahead. Then I realized she's watching him in the reflection of the window. Everyone else is watching Sleeping Chicken Guy.
Well, I know the play there. The play there is she's trying to get everyone to move so she has her own seat. Yeah, she wants to make everyone else so uncomfortable that everyone else gets up and then she has the bench.
New York, baby. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, but it ain't easy because people are weird.
No, not really.
Let the music I know there wasn't a close this time, actually. I remembered! Sort of. By the way, if you want to weigh in, 855-212-4CBS is the phone number. Did you guys see that Harden crossover yesterday? Oh, he did. The Kluger definitely pointed out that he walked. Like, he took a couple steps. I normally actually care about those. I don't care. I don't mind that he walked. It was such an amazing crossover. Now the Rockets, I don't know where, are they at 14 in a row? I still don't buy them. I still don't believe in them. But I hope I'm wrong. They are really fun to watch play basketball. It's a really exciting team.
What's the better basketball move? Harden's crossover last night or LeBron's behind the back between his teammates' legs dribble tonight?
Yeah, LeBron today had exactly what Adam said. Behind the back, went between Tristan Thompson's legs, and LeBron also, so the ball leaves his hand behind his back between Tristan Thompson's leg, and at the same time, LeBron is threading the needle and jumping between two guys, catches the ball, gets fouled, makes the bucket off the left side of the basket. I don't even know if he hit the free throw. Who cares? And you guys made the contention you don't think he did it on purpose. I don't know, man.
There's no way he did it on
I don't know about that.
He totally went behind the back and pushed it ahead of himself like he was going to get it, and it just happened to go through Tristan Thompson's leg.
How many times have you seen LeBron James do a behind-the-back pass and hit it off somebody, not do it properly? He's so conscious of looking like an idiot. But I think it was real.
But Thompson was moving to come to a complete stop to set a screen, so his legs were moving while the ball was in the air, and then it came to a stop. It was the precision. There's no way he could have done that intentionally.
I'm going to say this with great hubris and no humility. One of my superpowers is my ability to make behind-the-back passes. I'm telling you, I am a remarkable behind-the-back passer, and as a guy who has practiced that skill at a different level, at the Y, right? At the boys' club back in the day when I was younger, right? I feel like, as a kindred spirit of LeBron's, in this respect, I can say, definitely on purpose.
Not really.
I definitely knew something was coming. I just didn't know what it was. We got to get this CBS Sports Radio tournament underway. Every show, although Pharrell would definitely be, his show would definitely be the favorite. So we got to get a C. We're on the other side of the bracket. And then all the update anchors can be their own. I wonder how, so Taz and Moose is a new show. I wonder if they can, can they hoop it up? You think Taz can play basketball? He could definitely, he'd be hard to guard.
Taz would be throwing elbows in the paint, but I think I could out-rebound him.
All right, so what about Moose? What kind of skills does he have? I feel like you and I, James, are the second or third or fourth seed that actually wins the whole thing.
Yeah, because one seed's it's never 4 1 seeds, right?
Well,
there's always a 1, a 2, a 3, and then someone in a 4, 5, 6 range.
Can DA ball?
I don't know. I don't want to throw my guy under the bus, but I think
you just did.
I just did.
Now, are you saying these are 2-on-2